roughing it, huh?
No.
No, yeah. It's very nice. All right, 407, you can check that out, JimColbertLive.com. Check out Jason Momoa's new joint or something like it for sure. That'll be there all day long, of course. 407-916-1041. Everybody have a good Friday. You're getting cold out there. It's windy as hell. I know we have some weather updates coming from Deb, some current stuff coming up in a minute. We're experiencing cold this weekend that we haven't seen in 5 to 8 years here in Central Florida for the next 2 days. High is going to be in the 40s, lows down into the 20s. Even here in northern Central Florida, it's going to be pretty darn chilly this weekend. Deb will have that in news here in a second.
All the way down to South Florida.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
man.
this is all part of this big system that, as cold as it's going to be here, man, be happy we don't live in the Northeast.
The bomb cyclone thing.
Yeah.
It's like a 1 in 100 year
That's
storm
what they're
or
saying.
something, right?
A meteorologist in Boston is saying this is going to be the biggest storm Boston has ever seen. That's how much snow they're talking about.
I have to tell you, the snow's great and all that's great, and you hear all that stuff, but still to this day, nobody has a better cold weather story than Miami. Miami has the best angle on cold weather stories in the entire world. There's nothing. It's going to be ice. We've experienced ice. We're in the Northeast.
Right.
We get ice. We're getting snow. We get snow. Sleet. We get it all the time. No big deal. We're shoveling it out. You know what you don't get up there? Falling iguanas. Apparently, when iguanas get cold, it's been covered before, they will just fall out of the trees. They'll just kind of basically go into a state where they can't really move.
Yeah, it's like shock.
Me after sex.
Right, exactly. You call yourself the falling iguana?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's what nice. I do.
But yeah, that's the best cold story out there. Is when they get so
really
cold that they
is.
fall out of the trees in Miami. And it's so funny. They have I saw a map today, and it shows Florida, then it shows a green dot. It says, beware of iguanas. And there's a whole thing, like a map. This is a news station map. This is not like a goof, like Onion type thing. This is like a full-blown, a CBS affiliate in Miami or whatever going, by the way, this is the area you're going to want to watch for the falling iguanas. Some kind of biblical thing. All right, 407-916-1041. Now, Jack came to me today before the show started. And for you guys who listen to the program or have listened to Real Radio for a while, we lost our beloved Beth on New Year's Day. Everybody knows her voice. She's got the southern voice, and she would always call. She called Russ was her pumpkin puss.
Her pumpkin puss.
And,
she just her.
She just loved the station, and we always looked forward to her call during last call. I'd look up on the screen. I'd see Beth, and I'd be like, okay, well, it's going to be a good last call because Beth would always give us something to work with and was always so sweet. Everybody loved her. All the shows got calls from her, and we all loved her.
Did you notice this about her phone number? I'm not going to say the phone number.
No, you can say it. It's got the three numbers.
It had 666 in a row in the phone number, which I always thought was pretty like, ooh, bah.
Oh, yeah, very disturbed.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she was always the sweetest. So Jack took the time to run through. Is it all the best of it she was featured on, Jack?
Yeah, it was a lot because when I did that tribute song, which is all posted at JimColbertLive.com, that little memorial song we did for her, there were like 4 different segments where she's featured. She may show up in other segments, but those were the 4 where they were titled because she was in there, so those were easier for me to find. So I tried to grab a bunch of different clips so you can decide what one you want to add to the end of the show each day.
So Beth has passed, but that doesn't mean she's gone because we do have her voice. Tons and tons and tons of, a little bit of it. We have a couple hours, I'm sure, of Beth comments throughout the years, even just on our show. We only been on for 3 years, Right?
I narrowed it down. I got 15 of them.
So Jack isolated 15 little clips from Beth that we can play as drops throughout the show, and maybe at the end of the show, just kind of end the show with Beth's voice. I said that I wanted to do that. Outside of the old school days where Sir Gary was the guy that everybody knew from The File and a few other callers, she was, I think, most identified with one of the regular callers here at Real Radio, which, by the way, I said this the other day, one of the kind of behind the scenes understood things in this business is you don't have regular callers.
Right.
It makes the show sound small, to be quite honest with you. It makes the show sound small and very local, and of course, you don't want to do that as much as possible. You make exceptions for that when they turn into characters, and of course, Beth was one of those. So let's we can almost have a conversation with her. So roll up. So we have oh shut up. Play that.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
This is one when she was upset with Ross, so I saved it.
Yeah, I ain't calling you pumpkin puss no more.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Ross.
Oh, to the bone, dude.
Would you believe that's the only one I have where she says pumpkin puss?
Really?
That's why that had to say, because that's the only one I have her saying pumpkin puss.
And then she's crying, Jack. Why would you pull that? I mean, it's the saddest thing.
Yeah, I know.
Play
I
it
know,
again?
I know.
Yeah, I ain't calling you pumpkin puss no more.
Oh, my God, dude. That's upsetting.
Yeah,
That is upsetting.
Yeah,
That
right
is
in
the
the
one
heart.
because he pointed out her whistle on the air. Yeah, and so
I like I'm the only one.
You are the only one that did
Nope.
that. Who else would do that?
You are the devil.
Can't do it. Give me some more. Give me some
It's
more.
the damn dentures, y'all.
So Ross pointed that out. It was following a. I think she called, and then he pointed out the whistle, and she called back, and she said,
It's the damn dentures, y'all.
and then and Deb followed up with, "Oh, that's your pumpkin puss." And we're like, when she started getting choked up, we're like, "Fix it, Ross.
That's right.
Fix it." And
Yeah, I ain't calling you pumpkin puss no more.
Oh, my
Oh,
God. That is.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell that she's
Yeah.
like almost crying.
That's
Yeah, oh,
heartbreaking.
she
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's heartbreaking knowing that like that's the situation that I'm in now.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
that-
like I would love to hear her
that
say
was your last
pumpkin
call
pork.
with her, by the way.
Yeah.
That was not.
Oh.
Was that my last call?
It was.
That was not
That's
my
the
last call.
time she. That's the last time she spoke to
No.
you directly.
No. Play the no. Play the no.
Deborah, you're just the sweetest thing, and I just love you.
Oh, no, wait a minute. She's crying during that. It actually sounds redeeming and heartwarming. Unlike Ross, that puts her.
I don't think
That
that's
made
the
her
case.
cry.
I think she was just joking. She was
But I
joshing.
still love you.
Oh, there's redemption.
Was talking to me, right?
No, it's talking to me all the time.
I do ginger brandy.
Oh man,
That sounds like a
perfect.
stripper's name. Somebody should have their kids start stripping and name themselves Ginger Brandy.
Give me a freaking break.
These are so perfectly clear. The great thing about Beth is when, unlike a lot of callers, you try to kind of scoot them along if they're not making, if they're not getting to the point or whatever. You can't have people
Right.
on for like half an hour, right? Beth would always we would always be quiet because we wanted to hear what she had to say because it was always going to be gold. So the reason why we have such good, clean audio, that's rare.
Hey, my little darling baby.
Oh.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think so.
These are so good.
This is a classic. You could not have this one.
And
I
listen,
haven't worn underwear since like 85.
Hold on. Oh, you didn't get him in the background saying, Beth, did you say that on
Oh,
the air?
no.
We had to dump that, if I remember correctly.
Well, we had the first part of that, and then the second time she called back, that totally got dumped.
And by the way,
Yeah.
her partner Mark has been an absolute dream through all of this, and has been very sweet and very accommodating. So we appreciate that very much. We know it's difficult, and of course, when you hear her voice and she's not with us anymore, we don't want to cause any undue strife, but she was just so sweet.
and if you
Yeah, right.
have
Whatever.
always wanted to read about her, or more importantly, see what she looked like, we do have her also honored at JimColbertLive.com.
Yeah. So one
Oh, Lord.
of the texting stars, people just said that they hadn't heard the news yet. I mean, we know that people tune in and out all the time.
Right.
They'll listen for a few days, and they can't listen for some reason. So a lot of people are just learning that now. And somebody just said, I just saw her face for the first time at JimColbertLive.com.
Yeah, and if you scroll down, the best of segments there. Also, the tribute song that we kind of edited together with all our drops and music. That's the first thing of audio there you can play on the page.
Yep, you got it, Toyota.
Somebody just said that one.
Yeah,
Said
exactly.
if you don't have that, that's not even it.
That's the last thing on the tribute song, too.
Good job, buddy, as always.
Yeah,
Great job.
thank you, Jack.
That's awesome, man. And you get the levels great so we can hear her. That's
Deborah,
good.
you're just the sweetest thing, and I just love you.
Oh.
I mean,
Just think, Deb, if you had a soul, you'd be crying right now.
Oh, I don't want you to feel left out, Ross.
no,
Tú eres
don't-
un pendejo,
we
mi
don't,
amor.
we don't need it.
Alright,
We
well.
don't need it.
Yeah, I ain't calling you pumpkin puss no more.
Oh, she was about to lose.
I hate that one.
I hate it, but it's got to stay.
What? No, is it-
Oh, no, it's got to stay.
No,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can delete that
Matter of fact, why
one.
don't you take that one and amp the volume up a little bit more? You son of a
I
bitch.
think
I do ginger brandy.
How dare you make
I
that
think-
sweet woman cry?
I think she was just.
If you want to hear Ross make Beth cry, the whole segment is at JimColbertLive.com. It's on the Beth Barrett tribute page, and you scroll down there, and it says Ross makes Beth cry.
You can make that last part a ringtone if you like.
I didn't know dentures do the whole...
Oh, man.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of friends with dentures.
Yeah.
It's the damn dentures, y'all.
That's funny how she said your name is y'all. That's weird.
Yeah. It was everybody.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I feel more like...
Shut up.
I feel like...
She's talking to you from across the grave,
Right,
Colbert.
Exactly. That's exactly what she'd be saying right now.
Yep.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Well, it is the biggest story, not only here, but of course, Floridians are bracing for the big chill. As we're getting ready for that, the Northeast is getting ready to get bitch slapped by a nor'easter, and just in time for all this cold weather, Hormel Chili creates a chili cheese keg.
Keg?
Keg.
Oh, I'm so in.
We'll cover that and more coming up during Woke News.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is bank, B-A-N-K. Slide over to realradio.fm and enter that, send it away, and sit by your phone. That $1,000 could be coming your way. Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Hands-free real music as tactile stimulation is a thing of the past.
This is a knob.
What?
People used to twist them.
Gross. Tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality and lowest price.
We're seeing stop-and-go traffic heading west on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. It's also slow between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive, as well as between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound busy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 536, and slow coming in from Polk County from U.S. Highway 27 up to 429. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If New Year calls for more hiring, check out Indeed, the all-in-one hiring platform that makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job post today after visiting Indeed.com/credit.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
See dealer for details. Drive new in 2022 at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Trade out of your old car today. Market conditions mean you'll get more in 2022 than ever. Find out how much at SutherlandBuysCars.com. Plus, bring your tax refund and we'll stretch it further through January 31st at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture and electronics and appliances, but at Contone Plus, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life. Get ready for the big game with super savings on top brands like Samsung, LG, HP, and more. And score hot deals on our huge selection of products. Plus, get what you want now with next day delivery options and pay over time with our personalized financing. Live the plus life and love your winning place. Only at Contone Plus. Open in Orlando, Ocala, and Orange City.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anna John Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Because injuries to muscles and ligaments don't show up on an x-ray, the insurance companies will use it as an excuse not to pay. But we work with doctors who can see what x-rays can't, giving you a case insurance companies can't ignore. Farah and Farah, here for you, here for good.
Orlando. Saturday only at Old Navy, get 50% off jeans for the whole fam. Plus, all women's jeans are 50% off, including the OG Straight. Hurry, it's Saturday only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 129, select styles only.
Sip and save at Circle K with our new drink subscription. Enjoy one coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in-store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Near historic low rates may be a great reason to refinance, but when matched with an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot, you could be saving money and paying more towards the bottom line. Call a Loan Depot loan officer and ask about our 27-year Smart Term loan or our 10-year ARM loan. Get a great rate matched with a great loan by calling 866-888-LOAN or visit LoanDepot.com. At Loan Depot, home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
This is a crime alert from James Finch, former Assistant Director of the FBI's Cyber Crimes Division.
Your home's title is the only document that proves you own your home. And now, cyber criminals are able to forge our names off our home's title and claim they own it. It's a nightmare crime. Watch a video of a former cyber thief who now trains police, show how it's done, and how Home Title Lock could have stopped him. Visit HomeTitleLock.com/radio. HomeTitleLock.com/radio.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
What is iHeartRadio? All your favorite music.
This is Steven Tyler
and Joe Perry from Aerosmith.
James from Metallica here. It's iHeartRadio.
All your favorite stations, where you live or where you used to live. And of course, virtually every podcast on the planet at your fingertips. And it's all free. If you don't already have it, download the free iHeart app today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Radio.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 3 o'clock keyword is bank. Text that off at realradio.fm for your chance to win $1,000. Good luck, guys. We hope you win for sure. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I am the Jim part. The Jack and Ross parts, they sit right over there. The Deb part does news.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. A great idea tomorrow morning while you're freezing your ass off. Give him a listen while he's the host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Speaking of the freeze, folks all over Florida are going to be grabbing for our warmest clothes this weekend because a major winter storm along the East Coast expected to drag very cold air into the Sunshine State. Freeze watches and warnings are posted for Saturday night and Sunday morning, all the way down to South Florida, where temperatures as low as 30 degrees are possible.
Wow.
That would make South Beach not a lot of fun. The wind chill is expected to make it feel even colder. The winds tomorrow sustained, so it's going to be like what it is right now.
Right.
Like 15 to 18 mile per hour sustained winds, gust up to 25. High tomorrow is only 48, but that feels like temperature is going to be more like the 30s.
Yeah, it was blowing out there pretty good. We just went down to have a cigar before the show, and it was picking up as we were down there.
Yeah, and so that means you need to protect your outdoor plumbing, bring in your plants and your animals, and exercise caution while using space heaters. And while getting the news together, I was telling you, Jimmy, that I actually learned a couple of things about space heaters that I didn't know.
Okay.
Firefighters have the advice that if you never plug your space heater into an extension cord or power strip.
Oh, wow. I would not believe the power strip thing because they usually have a little default kind of surge protection built in.
If you get a good enough, like you said.
Right, yeah.
I would have absolutely done something like that. They say no. Plug it directly into the outlet in the wall.
Wow.
Also, firefighters say make sure your space heater is on a flat surface so it's not likely to tip over and then catch carpeting or an edge of a piece of furniture on fire. And it also needs to be at least 3 feet away from anything, front and back, that could catch fire.
Right.
All right. We've got cold weather shelters that are also opening up in Orlando at the Salvation Army. Churches in Lake County are going to open their doors for those in need of heated space to sleep. The Salvation Army says no one is going to be turned away, even with COVID precautions in place. There's a men's shelter and a separate women and children's shelter that are set to open through the weekend. Osceola County is also opening 3 cold weather shelters today. First United Methodist Church, the Ramada Kissimmee Gateway Inn, and the, Solid Rock Community Church.
Okay.
Solid Rock.
Solid Rock.
The good news is the Ramada site is pet friendly, and Lynx is offering free bus transportation to all of the cold weather shelters.
That's awesome.
I think it is.
But it is a bold move to name it. It's a church named Solid Rock.
That's a big thing now. Churches are getting more progressive names like that to try to make themselves more accessible for younger people. That's been happening now for about 8-10 years.
I just think, it's bold because isn't that where Jesus was buried behind? Just weird. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, something we talked about yesterday.
By the way, he's a subcontractor, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Just want everybody to know. I 1099 this guy.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, that's important. Let's move forward.
That is an interesting observation to name it Solid Rock. Just saying. I guess they could have been right on the nose and called it Boulder.
Deb.
Thank you. So yesterday during Brendan O'Connor, the Bungalower, talking about Gasparilla, the big pirate festival, 300,000 people expected to descend on Tampa this weekend. Well, there's usually a big, thing that they do every year, but the search, there's a warning for those who are going to try and take part in Gasparilla tradition this year. Normally, some boaters like to follow Jose Gasparilla.
Are you kidding? That's like one of the biggest part of the things is you follow the boat parade.
Yeah, well, the pirate ship as it journeys through the Seton Channel to the Tampa Convention Center, but strong winds this year could make it too dangerous.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
So the National Weather Service is predicting winds as strong as 28 miles an hour with gusts of up to 34 miles an hour.
Man.
A member of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Marine Unit says joining the flotilla in those conditions would be foolish. Anyone who put money down on how many people are going to go? I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, trust me, the entire story Sunday will be, we had to fish 500 idiots out of Tampa Bay. All of them still drunk and warm.
Pirates don't care about weather.
They do not.
They do not.
That's like part of the game.
Yeah, it is.
They do not. And speaking of the water, the search for dozens of missing migrants off the coast of St. Lucie County is at a sad end. We had talked about this yesterday, the fact that the Coast Guard had said, listen, unless we get some new and specific information that helps us target our search, we're just, we're going to suspend the search at sunset. And that's exactly what happened for the 34 people whose boat had capsized off the Fort Pierce Inlet. After leaving the Bahamas last weekend, the journey is believed to be a human smuggling operation, and the Department of Homeland Security is now looking for those responsible. The Coast Guard says 40 people were on board, but only 1 survived. 5 bodies were found. The search started Tuesday morning, and it covered 10,500 miles.
Good Lord of mercy, man. Electrician checking in on your electric space heater thing.
Yeah.
It says it has to do with the current that it draws. It draws entirely too much current to use an extension cord. That's why extension cords melt and catch on fire.
Whoa.
So, I mean, what he's basically saying is a lot of the fires could just simply be caused by the extension cord you're using and not the heater itself. So that's why it's vital that you use the cord that's provided by the manufacturer and plug that straight in.
See, and these are all good points to know because that's not something, I mean, you'd think it's a small appliance. It can't be drawing that much amp.
I don't know. You did a heavy extension cord with the ground plug on it. You're telling me that's not good?
But how many people actually have those around their house as opposed to the little brown, green, or white ones that you use for like Christmas and stuff?
Exactly. The ones that you get at a dollar store because you need to have 5 or 6.
See, I get those heavy-duty outdoor ones, but I get them half price day after Christmas.
Oh.
They don't know when I use them.
You dirty dog.
I love it when Jack revels in Dollar General sales.
I do too. I love it.
That's my favorite thing.
Oh, whoa. Actually, I think my last one was a Big Lots.
Nobody gets off on Grouponing like this guy.
No, nobody does.
You and Mama June need to hook up.
Share the Who Farted t-shirt. Okay, the other big story, obviously, is what's going on between Russia and Ukraine, and some 8,500 U.S. troops remain on alert for possible deployment to Eastern Europe and the Baltics in the event of a Russian invasion of Ukraine. But there are already American soldiers in Ukraine from the Florida National Guard.
Really?
Yes. Around 150 members.
Go get them, boys.
Of the Guard's 53rd Infantry Brigade combat team based in Pinellas Park have been deployed in Ukraine, training and advising the Ukrainian armed forces since 2015. That right now, they're the only forces in Ukraine that are American, are those 150 Floridians.
Listen, that's all they need because Russia is going to get to the edge of that country and go, Floridians? Nah, man, turn around, let's go. They're like, I'll take 1 billion people from Indiana instead of one of those maniacs from Florida. Exactly. Look, they read the news. They know. Exactly. We don't give an F in this state. 200 Floridians with guns is like 500,000 other people with guns.
Yeah, we shoot storks.
We don't even care, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous.
We throw alligators through drive-through windows. Bring it.
Man. I'll take those 200 Floridians over a bunch of other people every day of the week.
Well, hold on. Is it cold over there?
It's about 33 degrees right now in Kiev, which is about what it's going to be here over the weekend.
They're mad?
But I feel like that's the weakness, though, of Florida.
Yeah. I mean, look at the lizards in Miami.
Well, they're in western Ukraine, so luckily they're on the opposite side of the country where more than 100,000 Russian troops have been massed. The Pentagon says because of their small number, though, that the Florida troops would be able to be deployed or medevaced or escorted out quickly in the event of a Russian invasion, because that's the big question. It's like, all right, well, what if?
Yeah,
are we going to get our boys and girls home?
Yeah, Russian Radio is doing a bit right now about falling Floridians. Watch out for snipers, guys.
Oh,
they get cold and fall.
I mean, this could get real bad.
Yeah.
What do they?
Real
Here's the thing.
quick.
They've already started the real fun negotiations, which is the economic stuff and the supply issue stuff and the other stuff. Like they're talking about that pipeline. You guys know about the pipeline? I think it's Nord Stream or something like that.
I shot there, but like the rack.
So there's a big pipeline that runs from Russia into Germany, and they're building the second version of it now, which would double the output of natural gas coming from Russia, which, of course, means an assload of money. They've already said, you guys F with us, we shut this thing down and make it real fun for your country. So economically, Russia is so dependent on the rest of this world for money and other resources that it's going to be very interesting. I have to tell you, I don't think anything's going to happen there.
Hopefully it won't, because the sanctions and everything they're threatening it will cause destabilization in Russia. So then Putin will have problems at home he'll have to deal with.
Fun stuff.
All right. Well, SpaceX is hoping Mother Nature is going to cooperate as it tries to launch another rocket from Cape Canaveral tonight. And now in an update today, forecasters increase the chances of favorable weather to 70%, up from 60%. Don't look outside right now, though.
Yeah, right.
The Falcon 9 rocket was set to launch last night, but the mission was scrubbed due to unfavorable conditions. The launch window now set between 6:11 and 6:17 tonight. And if, again, it does get postponed because of those high winds, which could also be a factor, we'll let you know when they plan to reschedule it.
For sure.
All right, starting today, you can pick up a free N95 mask in Central Florida. Stores all over, Winn-Dixie, Walgreens, Publix, and CVS are distributing them as part of the federal government's program. Health officials say they do offer the highest level of protection against COVID, and you can get up to 3 per person, all for
really?
free. I didn't get any reaction out of Jack.
No, I didn't think
I used the word free.
Well, Jack's going to resell them.
No, well, I'm a little. I just bought 15.
Did you really?
The suckers. I ordered them before because my daughter wanted to have the better mask, and I'm like, all right.
I like you say it begrudgingly.
Fine.
All right. Even though your system's better than mine.
I'll protect my kids. Polk County deputies, now this is interesting, are finding dating apps aren't just for meeting that special someone.
No, this is in Polk County, huh?
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. Say it with me, y'all. Grady Judd. Love Grady Judd. Well, he said yesterday that a 6-month undercover operation focused on dating sites like Grindr and Scruff.
Okay.
Learned there's a dating app called Scruff.
I'm just happy that Grady Judd was on Grindr.
Yeah.
Because many
was there any doubt?
Get out of here. You better ease up.
Because
Grady got them bullets.
Yeah, he does. And he likes using them.
Damn sure does.
Because many are using the sites to buy and sell drugs.
Really?
Yeah. So he says Operation Swipe Left for Meth.
Okay.
That's why I brought the story.
Very clever. Their rhyme schemes in Polk County are getting better.
That's also the bumper stickers out there.
That's the county saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Operation Swipe Left for Meth.
Welcome to Polk County. Swipe left for meth. Enjoy your stay.
Led to over 60 arrests, as well as gun and drug seizures, and more arrests are pending.
Hey, when you get through swiping left, don't forget to visit the phosphate mines.
I'm going to have to check out and see what Scruff looks like. Back down to South Florida, it's not only falling iguanas out of the trees. We have a celebrity daredevil in the hospital after a stunt mishap in Broward County.
Okay.
Travis Pastrana.
No way. Really?
Was filming a base jumping scene at Fort Lauderdale's Hyatt Hotel last weekend when his parachute opened late and he broke his pelvis.
Oh, wow.
During the landing, the 38-year-old checked in with his fans this week in an Instagram video at Broward Health Medical Center. He says, thankfully, he can move, he can feel his feet, and get up, and he expects to make a full recovery.
That guy. I mean, you talk about a 9 lives guy. I think he's probably the closest thing we have to the modern-day Evel Knievel, right?
Yeah.
Is Travis Pastrana?
Yeah. Broke his pelvis.
Man, there are a lot of people out there that just say that guy's got a death wish. But the funny thing is, you meet him, it's like meeting a school teacher. He is the sweetest, nicest guy you ever met in your entire life. Like, it is insane how nice that guy is.
I bet he just had ADHD as a kid, and he's just, got a lot of adrenaline.
There are a lot of people who just need that.
Yeah,
I mean, they
that's
need
the
that
only
thing
way.
to feel alive. They need to live on the edge at all times. And this guy has chanced death more than anybody I've even heard of, other than maybe the great Evel Knievel because of the equipment he was using. But, Pastrana's using really modern equipment. He has engineers designing a lot of these stunts and things, so it really reduces the opportunity to get hurt. But, when you go at it balls to the wall and everything is bigger and better, it's eventually something is not going to go well.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
lucky again, man. This is a bunch of times this guy's gotten lucky.
Very, very lucky for that. And then our last Florida story, this is pretty cool. A Florida teacher is being celebrated for her creative stunt to show kids snow for the first time. When Robin Hughes learned that only 2 of her kindergarten students had ever seen snow, she asked her sister to ship a snowman, say that carefully, from Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Well, the snowman successfully traveled over 800 miles to Tampa. Hughes says the kids were overjoyed when she opened up the box, and there's the snowman, fresh from Kentucky. And she also plans to use the melted water for another unique lesson.
Oh,
isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is cool, actually.
And then finally, a couple of fun stories before we end for the day, getting ready for Easter time. And now we can get those Easter baskets ready for some new Peeps. Who likes Peeps?
I do not like Peeps.
I do not like
Yeah,
Peeps.
pass.
Yeah, hard pass
here.
on the Peeps, but they're legendary.
Yeah, they are legendary.
It's the candy corn of Easter.
It is the candy corn of Easter. Ross, you like a Peep?
I feel like it's the racism of sugar. Because, back in the day, I think people always did it, and now we're trying to stay away from it.
No choices back then. And only you could put racism to Peeps.
Well, the iconic candy before we go down Boulder and Solid Rock Road again.
Okay.
The iconic candy has unveiled 2 new flavors of its marshmallow chicks and bunnies. One is inspired by unicorns, called Sparkly Wild Berry.
Oh, God.
The other is a coffee-flavored marshmallow dipped in chocolate and filled with caramel.
Oh, I might actually try that one.
Same here.
Pete got my attention.
Yeah, there you go. Other unique flavors in the past include pancakes and syrup, sour cherry, and Neapolitan. The company says this is the earliest they've ever kicked off the spring season.
I bet, because people are buying crazy right now.
They are.
God almighty.
And finally, just in time for the cold weather, Hormel Chili is giving away
This is so,
a chili cheese keg.
it's so good, though.
Keg.
Just step up with your hot dog and let it rip.
To 100.
God almighty, that is like a dream, man. You should have one of these at your wedding, Ross. I would tend this bitch. That's all I would do is stand next to the chili cheese. Where's Jim? Chili cheesecake, dude.
Well, the chili brand unveiled the one-of-a-kind 15-gallon Hormel chili cheese keg that dispenses Hormel chili cheese dip straight from its tap.
That's so good.
Hormel says the keg provides nearly 300 servings of Hormel chili cheese.
Man, I got to tell you, usually I'm not much of a canned meat guy of anything like that. But there's something about that Hormel chili with chili cheese dogs. That's all I use. When I make chili cheese dogs, I don't even try to make the chili myself. I just go get them cans. No beans with cheese. It's the best.
Well, if you
oh
should
my God,
enter
a chili cheese dog right now.
HormelChiliCheeseKeg.com.
Nice.
Go there through February 6th to enter to win that very unique prize.
You know, sometimes I hear like news stories and I'm like, come on, USA, we can do better. And then I hear that and I'm like, we are the best.
Yeah, we can't do better. We cannot. You know, Floridians in Russia and chili cheese kegs, we're good.
We are good.
Swiping left for meth and polk, we're
USA.
Right.
USA.
Nailed it.
And now you all are officially woke. Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Tomorrow morning while you're running out, maybe getting firewood or yet another blanket, make sure you tune into Real Radio 104.1 starting at 9 a.m. where you can hear Don give great advice as listeners call in or text in their questions. And the good news is you don't have to wait until tomorrow to listen and see how great Don is at the mortgage game. You can go to homeloansradio.com, type in your question, and that's it. He'll answer it and never put you on a spam list. That's that mortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Ember's Only up next. Stay tuned for a great cigar recommendation and, of course, a wonderful whiskey as well.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Brittany Lockley with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and it's going to be downright chilly this weekend, so brace yourselves as we head into this weekend. You're going to see those low temperatures drop tonight into the 30s, and those highs for tomorrow only getting into the upper 40s. But of course, when you factor in the wind, going to feel much chillier, so it's time to dust off those coats, especially headed into Sunday morning. Now those low temperatures are going to get down into the 30s, below freezing. Once again, for the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brittany Lockley.
This report is sponsored by DriveGo.com.
DriveGo.com. Get your next car in 4 minutes versus 4 hours and save up to 25% a month. No down payment, no hidden fees, no gotchas. Seriously, it's time to upgrade your car, not your payment. Learn more at DriveGo.com.
We all have our favorite podcasts. We listen day and night. Now, iHeartRadio is celebrating the best in podcasting. Our 2022 iHeartRadio Podcast Awards are coming this Thursday. Join Will Ferrell, Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey, Bowen Yang, Martha Stewart, Paris Hilton, Bethany Frankel, Wilmer Valderrama, and many more as we honor the brilliant storytelling and inspiring conversations behind the podcasting explosion. So wonderful. Watch live exclusively on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel and Facebook page. And listen right here, Thursday night at 9.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is klausmanlaw.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth. Welcome to another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper-gig speeds. Say hello to the Walkers, a family of not one but 4 Gagillionaires, each living up their Gagillionaire life at ludicrous internet speed. First up, Anna Walker. She dominates streaming like the matriarch she is. No show ever goes unwatched under her watch.
Next episode.
Next up, Peter Walker. There's no stopping this dad bod from showing up to his virtual workout sessions.
Let's go leg day.
And finally, the Walker twins. They may look alike but couldn't internet more differently. Harry dominates his fellow online gamers while Heather group video chats with friends.
Ooh, nice background filter, Jess.
Live like a Gagillionaire. Get internet that upgrades everything. AT&T Fiber, now with speeds up to 5 gigs.
Limited availability in select areas. Speeds not guaranteed. Single device wired speed max 4.7 gig per second. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For a limited time, you can get $15 off your next 3 orders for savings up to $45. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last.
Small businesses who switch to Spectrum Business can cut their internet and phone bill in half.
Spectrum Business can cut my bill in half. Really?
It's true. You're overpaying and we can prove it. Grab your bill and visit spectrum.com/business calculator. In just 3 easy steps, you'll see your savings.
Wow, I can save over $1,500 a year.
That's real savings. See for yourself. Visit spectrum.com/business calculator and make the switch today. Restrictions apply.
This is a crime alert from James Finch, former Assistant Director of the FBI Cybercrimes Division.
Your home's title is the only document that proves you own your home. And now, cybercriminals are able to forge our names off our home's title and claim they own it. It's a nightmare crime. Watch a video of a former cyber thief who now trains police, show how it's done, and how Home Title Lock could have stopped him. Visit HomeTitleLock.com/radio. HomeTitleLock.com/radio.
Watching TaxSlayer calculate your refund feels like climbing to the apex of a roller coaster.
Here we go!
And flying down the tracks. At maximum refund speed. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Kid Rock. Bad Reputation Tour. Saturday, June 11th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. The American Badass, Kid Rock. With Grand Funk Railroad. And a special appearance by Trey Lewis. On sale now at livenation.com. Part of the Clean Earth Systems concert series. Kid Rock.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, one firm for life.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. A social media experience that isn't totally toxic.
Kind of a weird thing to brag about, but there it is.
At Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Man, Lawyers in Love, I believe, this album. Jackson Browne. What a great song. This guy's like a forgotten artist from the 80s, was a great songwriter, man.
I think that whole Daryl Hannah stuff kind of really spoiled it for him.
You lose a little sympathy when you do.
When you saw the pictures, you were like, Jackson Browne, the guy who sings like this?
Right,
did that?
Monster.
Who was roommates with Glenn Fry during the formation of the Eagles.
Was he really?
I think he helped co-write Taking It Easy.
Did he really?
Really?
It's a little bit of that same tone if you listen to it.
Yeah.
Some of the same kind of structures. By the way, that happens a lot. When Rick James brought up the Mary Jane Girls, you can certainly hear that. All of the artists that Prince helped out, you can hear that little bit of Prince in the songwriting. Even that Sinead O'Connor thing that he gave her or whatever. What was the name of that song?
Nothing Compares
there
to You.
There you go. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. Ember's only coming up in just a second. Top of the hour, we'll have another keyword. Of course, our friend Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel drops by with Primetime Kitchen. Find out about some cool stuff to eat out there, some new spots. There's an exciting new property coming to Winter Park. I'm really excited about it. Drove by it last week as I was picking up takeout. It was a very popular restaurant before. I think they had a lease issue. Stepped out, and a new product is coming in now. Man, I got to tell you, when I drove by, I looked inside. I was like, I thought that was supposed to be a restaurant, not like a swanky hotel lounge just to hang out in. That's kind of what it looks like, though. It's very nice. Swank. Let's see what else is going on today. We have we also have Nicole Dupre calling up in just a little bit to tell us what's happening with the fine arts here in Central Florida. You talked about the express lane opening up on I-4. Did you have a solid date on that? Do you remember what that is?
I think she said soon.
Yeah.
I know. I see them. I see them prepping it.
They get closer.
2023, I think.
Oh, no.
Sooner than that?
Oh,
No, I
yeah,
think
yeah. Like within weeks, I thought.
Yeah, I believe they're prepping it to be. It's pretty darn close. All the signs are up. And in certain areas, I mean, I can't imagine they're going to not. Are they going to open it up in sections? Or is it going to be the entire thing all at once?
As far as from what I can remember from the story, all 21 miles of it will be opened up.
Oh, wow.
It's how you're going to be charged per section is going to change.
Right.
And, of course, $25 fee if you don't have the correct transponder, which I would like them to say, well, what is the correct transponder? Is an e-pass enough?
Right. No, I don't think so.
See, that's the problem. Is it another transponder you have to buy?
No, they can't do that. They can't.
See, I can't.
Can they do that?
Well,
they can't.
Apple's done it for a while. So I think maybe, I don't know. I mean, I can imagine it wouldn't work with the one you have. I mean, obviously you can pick that stuff up. I-4 is not a toll road anyway, so there shouldn't be any interference, you know. I mean, we have the 419, 429, 417, 408 are all toll roads.
Why wouldn't it be the same?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't it be on the same system?
No,
because
it doesn't make any sense for it not to be.
And it makes sense,
Yeah,
which
right.
means it's not going to be that way.
Okay, check it out. It's a lobbyist who's part of the transponder company, and he's
there
like,
we
hey,
go.
I got a
more like it.
struggling business.
Yeah. Sounds more like it. We're working on some other stuff with Mia's Law as well. Deb has tried to contact some people in Tallahassee, a specific legislator, to talk to us about what's happening with Mia's Law, because it went through, got stripped down. There's a congressman here in Florida that wanted to pull out the national search or background search for it for some reason, but they think they can get it back in. So all in all, the report I saw today is still looking pretty good that they'll be able to get it back maybe in full strength.
Yeah, well, that's the hope that supporters have, is that they'll be able to get some of those provisions back in. But this is breaking news, Jimmy. Someone just texted us at 77031. I legit just saw 2 iguanas fall out of my tree into the lake right when you all talked about that.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we called it.
Wow.
It's such a problem in South Florida. They say, they want you to kill them.
Well, I saw
because the cold weather only stuns them.
Listen,
they want you to kill them.
A TikTok video the other
Put
day
them in your freezer
of people just hanging out by the pool, and 2 iguanas got into a fight, and they were running in the pool deck, and that's when I couldn't believe. I was like, I thought these things were like 1.5 feet long.
Oh no,
these things were like 4 feet long,
which is
going at it.
Which is why they tell you what areas to watch, because if you get hit with a 4 4-foot lizard.
Oh, yeah.
That's a couple pounds. You're not prepared for it. It could cause all kinds of injuries.
Absolutely. All right, let's do Embers only.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. 3 lounges to serve you. Love these guys. Heathrow, downtown, Sand Lake Road, always online at coronacigar.com. And it's exactly what you'd think. Beautiful, expansive lounges filled with everything cigar life. I mean, you can't get a better selection of cigars. The best cigars available in the U.S. for sure, and great spirits to pair those as well. We'll get to one of those in a second. Plus all the accessories, humidors, lighters, cutters, all the fun stuff. But I'm telling you, just to go and hang, grab a good tequila, maybe a good bourbon, have a wonderful cigar, nothing in the world like it. And these places are custom built for that, for just chilling.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. They have real comfortable settings. It's great to bring a group of friends. Even if only one of you is the cigar smoker, everyone will have a great time.
Absolutely. That downtown one's awesome
That's
for people
my favorite
watching
one.
as well.
I love that one for people watching.
All right, we love these guys. You will as well. That's coronacigar.com. This week's Cigar of the Week actually is a package. They do these things occasionally called a tasting package. And I'm telling you, I've said it a billion times, this is where Jeff Borswitz has really sold himself short with mixing these beautiful whiskeys. And basically, when I say mixing these whiskeys, the bottle I'm about to show you right now at JimColbertLive.com is made specifically for Corona. You could not buy this bottle of whiskey in an ABC or a Total Wine. You can't get it. It is only blended for Corona stores.
Wow.
And it's hard as hell to get, too, by the way. When I tell you about these, we tell you so you go and get them so you don't get left out. This is the Templeton Single Barrel FSG Tasting Package, and listen to what you get. You're going to get your hands on an exclusive bottle of Templeton Rye, and this is Single Barrel Templeton Rye. I'm holding the bottle up right now. We had some before the show today with a cigar. Ross, what'd you think?
Amazing.
Yeah,
I'm not even that big of a fan of rye whiskeys, and that kind of changed my mind.
Just a beautiful, like, ryes are a little raw for me, but this one's not like that at all. A beautiful vanilla, a little sweet in there, but you do get that rye flavor on the back of the back of your palate, and it is absolutely wonderful. We paired it up exactly for what Jeff said with one of the FSG Farm Rolls, which you get 3 of in this package, by the way. And one of my favorite new cigars is these Farm Rolls, and by the way, very affordable. Here's what you get, guys. You get the bottle of whiskey, which is short in demand, short in supply, high in demand. You get the Farm Roll, 3 of those. You get a one-of-a-kind Templeton FSG Farm hat, like a hat. You get 1 each of the Corona Nicaraguan 25th Anniversary FSG cigars, the Maduro, the Shade, and the Sun-Grown, which is my new favorite line from these guys. Simply unbelievable. Plus an FSG Drew Estate Ellie Toro and the Zicker FSG Triple Torch Tabletop Lighter, which is a big old awesome cigar lighter. All of that for $179.95.
Whoa.
The whiskey alone, I think, is almost $89.90. I mean, it's a crazy good deal. And when I actually opened the box up to see it, I was like, all of that for $179? Just the whiskey alone is very hard to find. It's a Templeton
Valentine's
Rye.
Day gift.
Very good Valentine's Day gift.
Very good Valentine's gift. Yeah.
Have it up right now at JimColbertLive.com. You can check out the Templeton Rye. Wonderful bottle of whiskey. Great cigars as well. Get them today at Corona Cigar, 3 lounges, Heathrow, downtown Sand Lake. Always online at coronacigar.com. Amy Drew Thompson, Primetime Kitchen, is up next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality and lowest price.
Well, avoid northbound travel on 417 between Lee Vista Boulevard and Curry Ford Toll Plaza. Authorities still on scene of a crash, taking up 3 lanes of traffic, and traffic is going nowhere. Westbound travel on I-4 is still a heavy ride between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. We're still seeing delays eastbound, too, between Osceola Parkway and State Road 536. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Man, when the old big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebeth. Here's why. Stellar reputation. Been in the residential bathroom remodeling business since 1991. 31 years of experience. And the big box stores chose chose Rebath because their franchises have the proper license, they have the proper insurance, they're dependable, standards of performance, processes to make sure you get exactly what you want, and even better, they background check all of their employees. So before you choose a company to remodel your bathroom, do what the big box stores did. Research that company. Know exactly who you're dealing with because you have no recourses with other bathroom remodeling companies. And of course, the guys at Rebath are always ready to get you a bathroom of your dreams. You can actually see some of the models, 436 in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. That's where the showroom is. Slide in, look at those products, and understand every bathroom is a custom bathroom. You're just looking at the products. Man, their installation guys have been with them 8 to 10 years. They do the job in 4 to 6 days. And when it's all said and done, they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the installation. And this is all they do, and the products are beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous, including natural stone like travertine and marble as well. Log on today, look at the before and afters, then book your appointment. Your new bathroom is waiting for you right now at Rebath. That's Rebath, midfla.com.
Is an Amscot cash advance right for you? Compare for yourself. Often, it can be less than the late fee on an overdue bill. With Amscot, you could get up to $500 on the spot with no credit check. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and take advantage of interest rates as low as 1.99% and make no payments until May. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, and GMC. Find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Do you feel overwhelmed when it comes to handling your personal finances? Credit Karma is here to help you make those big calls with more confidence. Whether you're refinancing credit card debt or paying for an upcoming expense, Karma Confidence technology automatically identifies loans that you're most likely to get approval for. Head to creditkarma.com/loan offers to see your approval odds right now. Go to creditkarma.com/loan offers to find the loan for you. That's creditkarma.com/loan offers.
You know International Diamond Center is the best place to buy diamonds and fine jewelry. But did you also know IDC will buy from you? Diamonds, heirloom jewelry, estate jewelry, Swiss watches, coins.
Don't be afraid to come in and get a price on something that maybe it's an heirloom that you want to sell, or you're just checking to see the price.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire has a vast network of collectors and buyers around the world, so IDC can always find a market for your jewelry.
We always pay a very strong price to buy. There's a resale market that's there, and we pay top dollar for top merchandise. We have people all over the world that we sell to. So some collectors are going to pay way more than any consumer's going to pay. We'll give you the best possible price, no games played, and you'll get the check or the cash, whatever one you want.
Let IDC appraise what's in your jewelry box. You might get a pleasant surprise.
Sometimes they come in, they have no idea what's there, and then all of a sudden they walk out with a $28,000 check.
International Diamond Center. Online at shopidc.com.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
When you cheer on Team USA as they go for the gold, you want to catch all the action anywhere with Xfinity Internet and mobile. You want to watch Nathan Chen land gravity-defying, mind-bending, jaw-dropping jumps at home with a reliable connection, even when everyone's online. You want to watch Jamie Anderson nail high-flying, mind-blowing 720 spinning tricks on the go with nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. You want to experience every what just happened, can't believe my eyes, wow, this is awesome moment wherever you are. You want Xfinity Internet and mobile together.
Get fast and reliable internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. So go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Offer ends 2/2022. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabit per second customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Based on root metrics by IHS Market's Root Score Reports 2H 2020 of 4 mobile networks.
Hey, boss. Did you hear the latest about the ding-dong doorbell cameras?
Whoa. First of all, let me just say that as a crook, I'm a big fan of the ding-dong doorbell cameras.
Me too. It means no safe touch security.
Exactly. So what happened with our old buddies at Triple D?
So the ding-dong doorbell cameras rely on the internet, right? Well, the parent company just had their 3rd outage in a month.
Doesn't that make the ding-dong doorbell camera useless or something?
Not just that. All kinds of apps in people's houses went haywire, websites were down. People are fed up.
It's one thing after another with that company. Spying on customers, selling personal information, sharing people's internet. Now this?
It's a head-scratcher, boss. If folks had SafeTouch security, they wouldn't have to worry about any of that.
Which is another reason we have the Crooks R Us golden rule. Stay away from SafeTouch houses. Like Superman's kryptonite.
Receive free equipment and free installation with monitoring agreement. Terms and conditions apply. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Justice is a right for all, not just a privilege for the few. Call Farah and Farah.
Orlando. Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Time for another edition of Primetime Kitchen with Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Absolutely love these guys. The biggest big green egg dealer in all of Central Florida, which means with 11 locations, you do not have to drive far to get your dream grill. They have it right there at Tools Ace Hardware, not to mention Traeger and Weber grills as well, not to mention all the great hardwoods, smoking woods, all the accessories. It's all right there, including rubs and spices, including the Jim Colbert Show rubs and spices at toolsacehardware.com. All right, everybody, welcome to the show. Miss Amy Drew Thompson.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. What's up, kiddo? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I got to try those rubs.
Oh, yeah, they're good. I got to get you some. I've told you I would do that about 6 months ago, didn't I?
Oh, that's so Jimmy.
Bad at life.
That is.
I just usually drive by and throw them under your doorstep and then move on.
I've been bad at dry January. So we're even.
Double fail. You told me you're going to be a good girl. When did you fail yourself?
Well, I was at Epcot for a thing, and I had to get a Kier because I got to do that because I just got to. I don't know. I had to do that, and then that was it. Then that broke the seal.
There's a word
and
for
then,
that.
Yeah. So
well, good.
So there you go. And then it was great because of the old booze in my cabinet, I got to taste test because I was off the wagon.
Well, actually, that leads right into our first question. I think this is genuinely one of the most interesting things that's ever been written about in the world of food and spirits and wine, whatever the case may be.
Everybody has the question.
Everybody has this question. Here's the question, Ross. Did you ever think about this? Does your booze go bad? In other words, if you've had a bottle of whiskey, bottle of vodka, bottle of Chambord, Cointreau, anything like that, does it go bad? And this is an Ask Amy Drew for this week, and it simply said, do the spirits expire? And that's a very good question. What'd you come up with?
Well, I asked Benjamin Coots, who is the beverage director at Soseki, and he's got a long and storied career. Right now, he's dealing in wine and sake, but he's got a long history of dealing with booze. And he said that there is a primary, maximum best buy, if you will, range for your alcohol, and how you store it matters. For instance, we talked about Campari. And because the reader brought up Campari, and he said, move that Campari into the fridge. It's going to last longer. It may not go bad, but it'll go dull if you don't use it within a certain amount of time. And you're not going to get the maximum benefit from the flavors that are in there. And there are quite a few things that are a little more forgiving, and other things that are almost sort of indefinite, like your good vodka, your good bourbon, your good, as long as you don't leave them out in the sun or in a place that's warm. Cool, dry place is always... the thing.
Jack keeps his on the roof.
Well, true story. I had a flask of Captain Morgan's. It was in the trunk of my car for a few years.
We got already.
It still worked. I just want to say it still worked.
It's not supposed to work per se, Jack. It's how it tastes that matters.
It worked.
Now, what about your like Baileys and stuff like that? Your cream-based stuff.
Cream-based has a shelf life, and you should always keep it in the fridge, he said, after it is open, for sure. So you don't want to keep those longer than maybe, I think he said 6 months. I'm not sure. You probably have it in front of you.
Yeah. It's not. It's not very long. You don't want to keep that stuff. You don't want to keep that stuff out very long.
Ooh. Right. So that anything like that, the Godiva chocolate liqueur, those chocolate wines. And this is a good time for that because around now it's Valentine's Day almost. You're going to see those things popping up on the end caps of your supermarket. If you're not using those for Valentine's Day, put them in the fridge.
Yeah. And by the way, also they brought up flavored vodkas and I love the answer there. It's like, you shouldn't be drinking that stuff anyway.
And a couple of people wrote me and they were like, why?
It does. It tells a story. Let's just say that. The other one I think is important because a lot of people drink this, Grand Marnier, and what was the other one there? The other Chambord, right? Yeah. They're more forgiving, of course, high alcohol content, sugar. They go a year or 18 months at room temperature, stored in a cool, dark place. It'll be fine. So a lot of this stuff, and this is important because people will go out and buy a couple bottles of liquor to make drinks for a particular event. They'll stick them away. They won't think about it very much. And you could extend the life of that. Of course, save yourself money over the long term just by taking care of it.
Or buying the smaller bottle.
Yeah, or buying a smaller bottle.
If it's something like that, buy that smaller bottle and you're not going to be wasting as much if you forget to stick it in the fridge. At least you're not throwing away money or less money.
We're talking to Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. You're listening to Primetime Kitchen here on Real Radio 104.1. Let's talk about your review this week, Moo Restaurants, and they call it Pan Latin. What does that even mean?
Well, it means that the menu spans Latin America and the Caribbean. So when they designed the menu here, they were looking to bring their customers, many of whom are Latin American, outside their own nation's comfort zone. So if you must eat Venezuelan food because you're Venezuelan, they're going to have a dish for you, but that's the only one they're going to have. So if you want to try something else, you're going to have to travel.
Well, that's not a bad thing, though. But this Moo burger looks unbelievable, and this little thing that's at the top, this little shrimp thing. What is that? Mofonguito?
Mofonguito. If you've ever had mofongo, which is a Puerto Rican dish, mashed plantains, and there's usually some kind of a meat on top and a sauce or a gravy-like sauce.
Right.
You can get it Creole style. It's red. You can get it in a more creamy sauce. These are like little tiny versions, which I think are fantastic because this way, when you commit to that as your main, it's filling. All that starch and everything is very filling. So here you get like a little taste. It's in a little fried plantain cup.
Ooh.
And they will put, in this case, it was shrimp, but they also have pernil, so you could get it with pork. And so everybody at the table can kind of get a really generous bite, but you don't have to kind of commit your whole life to that. And you can play around the menu a little bit.
And another thing I hear that you have here as part of this is the arrapeta. Oh, man. God, Ross loves this when I try this. Is it arepitas de pernil?
Arepitas, like arepas, but small.
Yeah, very good.
But smaller.
So
little arepas.
And that pernil is just, it's a certain kind of pork. It's the way they cook or the way they season the pork.
Oh, it's just a slow cooked, shredded pork that's marinated and soft. And if you could just, if you wanted to just be all low carb, you could just eat that right off the top. And you're good to go, but and there's cheese. There's fried cheese on it.
Yeah,
queso frito, which
big old thing of fried cheese is great.
Jim is sweating.
I love it. It looks amazing. I wouldn't want to eat it. It looks so damn good.
The coolest thing about this place, though, is that it's from the outside, you're like, oh, it's kind of on the back of a gas station, so it doesn't really look like much. Maybe the patio has the little Edison bulbs, so it kind of gives it away that maybe there might be something going on over there. If you pass it at lunch, oh, that patio looks like it could be cute at night, but it's still tacked onto the back of a gas station. And then you walk in and there's a green wall and there's this wooden wall and
it's cool.
The tables look beautiful. And you're like, wow, this place is so cute.
They get the brown paper on the tables and stuff. It looks pretty cool.
Yes, but the servers don't write their name backwards on it like they do at some restaurants that I've been to.
Hey, tell everybody where that is. I think that's important because I love this. I love these flavors, by the way. I seek these flavors out as much as possible. Where is Moo?
It is on Michigan Avenue in Kissimmee. And, somebody wrote to me, said, looks like it's worth the drive. And I say to people, It might be if this is what you're into, but for people who live in that area, the Sentinel covers the greater metro area. So I've had people say to me they drove to Kissimmee for Neapolitan pizza once, and they're like, well, I don't know if that was worth the drive. I live up here next to this one. Well, if you live next to a great Latin restaurant, maybe you don't want to drive all the way there. But if you live down there or close, or you're going to the parks or something, definitely, absolutely. Plus, they have live music.
Right, and not to mention, Amy Drew, I tell you, even though you find restaurants that may have the same, they're cooking from the same area, the chef's takes on all of those dishes, even the traditional stuff, is really what makes the drive. If you're looking for a reason to drive somewhere, that's the reason, is for those special takes on little things that maybe you haven't had yet. Even if you've had arepas and you've loved all of them, a new take on that is always something cool. So it's always worth the drive, and to support a local restaurateur, and that burger alone looks like it's worth driving.
That burger is tasty, and I'm like a pink and bloody kind of. I like my meat medium rare. There are a lot of places that won't let you order it that, so they recommend it medium. So when I got it, I was like, they wouldn't even let me order it, so I ordered it medium. But it was so juicy, and he said that was the strategy. The owner of the restaurant laughed, and he said, Hispanics like well done meat, and so I had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to sell a lot of my customers on medium. So we basically designed it so that it would stay juicy even if we cooked it. Cooked it.
But let me tell
you. And
it
was super juicy.
It looks amazing with a big old blob of charred blue cheese on top. God almighty, it looks wonderful. It was
really good.
All right, let's end this up with, it's interesting in Central Florida. If you like the really good places in town, we've seen a lot of them come and go from the 80s and 90s of the days of the Purple Porpoise and what was the one up in Maitland, the Bubble Room and all those places that have come and gone. But Luma in Winter Park was one of those steadfast places you could always go in. It was very nice. If you wanted to have one of those real special meals, it was in a very swanky part of town on the corner. There was always a Ferrari or a giant Rolls Royce parked out front. And then, of course, when the pandemic hit, it had a drastic effect on a lot of people. They wound up, I believe, having a lease dispute or something and wound up moving Luma out of there. And people have been wondering, namely myself and a number of other people who keep their eye on the culinary scene in Central Florida, what could be going there, because the building and the space already has a reputation for really high-level dining, and they have landed on, it's called, is it Ava or Ava?
It's Ava, as far as I'm concerned, until someone tells me different.
Right, and it's Mediterranean. And again,
it's Mediterranean, which is driving a lot of people crazy, by the way.
Well, it's Mediterranean or whatever.
I'm just going to call it Ava.
Right, exactly. But, and there was a very famous chef that just signed on to this. What can we expect from this place? What are you hearing about Ava? Because this food, the kind of food they're talking about making, is what I'm in love with more than anything right now, is this brand of food.
Well, obviously the food is going to span, it's Greek. They're describing it as Greek inspired. There are going to be a lot of things that people recognize from the Med, but their takes, and it's going to be a more family style, larger platters meant to share kind of an experience, which is a little different than what Chef Keith Bomba may have had in his past. Something that leans a little more modern.
Yeah.
But as he was saying, doing a perfect salt bake fish is just as intricate as doing a molecular foam. Plus, if you mess it up, people are going to know because they've had baked fish before.
Yeah, exactly. That's interesting because I didn't realize it was going to be that kind of thing, because right down the way there is Bosphorus, which, they've kind of leaned toward that, where you order a platter for the plate, you just kind of dig in there and eat. Again, one of my favorite ways to eat. But is this in the world that you kind of revolve in? Is this one of the most anticipated openings in Central Florida?
I would definitely say, if not anticipated, certainly talked about, because people were hitting that article like crazy. They're interested. Some of them, had critical things to say. Some of them were super excited. But then somebody complained, well, now all the reservations for anything remotely, so somebody wants to eat there.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, it opens February 4th. Chances are you're not going to get near it on Valentine's Day. I'm just saying, they're taking reservations right now, but give it a shot. It's called Ava. It's the new Mediterranean. God almighty.
Ooh, you did a good job with
I
that,
think you
though.
got it.
So pompous. Anyway,
Don't look back. You got to keep going, man.
Amy Drew, I was going to get takeout from Tabla, my favorite Indian spot in the city.
Love Tabla.
I know. I was getting it last Friday, and I drove by this place, and I was telling Deborah before the show, I looked inside, and I'm like, wow, that looks like a very swanky hotel lobby without a hotel.
Did you fog up the window? Did you do one of these?
I didn't even know what to, I was like, what? I thought they were opening a restaurant there. It doesn't even, it looks like a, it's hard to, it looks like a very high dollar lounge is what it looks like. It's gorgeous.
If you check out the website, their first restaurant, this restaurant group is called Ava Mediterranean. Mediterranean.
Oh,
And-
that's so
One,
clever.
Jimmy.
These guys.
And they are in a little easier to say though, because I want to say Mediterranean
Okay.
when I look at that word, which doesn't sound, I don't know.
It sounds
But
angry.
but unbelievable to look at, and the place is on on South Beach with a rooftop lounge,
Yeah.
and this looks as beautiful as that. Every inch is beautiful.
It really does. So check out everything that Amy Drew has to write about. She turns out so much content every week. You can actually find all of her contacts at JimColbertLive.com. Just click right there where it says Primetime Kitchen. Follow her on Twitter. Follow her on Instagram. And, of course, always be sure to get yourself a subscription to the Orlando Sentinel. So not only can you read all of her pieces during the week, her calendar section piece is always great, although it's not there this week. Oh, God.
No, it's not there this week. But you know what is there is the Foodie Awards. And the nominations are still open for the foodies. We've got a few more days left. So please go there. Tell us your favorite restaurant in 50 categories. You can write them in and show support to the independent restaurants that you love. It means something to them for that. For sure. And you don't have to fill out all 50. We hope that you do because we want your input. I like to have a new list of places to check out myself.
Absolutely. That's OrlandoSentinel.com. Get your subscription while there. It's dirt cheap and worth every single nickel. And, of course, to follow Amy Drew, follow her. God almighty. To follow
me.
Amy Drew, you can go to JimColbertLive.com and find all of her contacts there. Amy Drew, have a great weekend. Always great job and always good seeing you.
You guys too. I'm going to go hit up that bottle of Campari in my fridge.
All right,
There
we'll
you
see
go.
later. Have yourself a great weekend. All right, 407-916-1041. Back a sec. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and, of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities still on scene of a crash that has traffic at a standstill north on 417 between Lee Vista Boulevard and the Curry Ford Toll Plaza. 3 lanes remain blocked here. Avoid the area. Westbound travel on I-4 still very heavy between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing delays eastbound too from Polk County from US Highway 27 to 429. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Discover thousands of dollars in new tax credits and your biggest refund guaranteed with Jackson Hewitt. Schedule an appointment with one of their tax pros to get a head start on your taxes. Go to jacksonhewitt.com to learn more and find a location near you.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Work trucks, lifted trucks, diesels, 4x4s. Nations Trucks has them all on the lot right now, and there's no better time to get started. So visit nationstrucks.com and get pre-approved today. You can even do it from your phone, and you can take advantage of interest rates as low as 1.99% and make no payments until May with approved credit. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, GMC, you can find them all right now at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Saturday only at Old Navy, get 50% off jeans for the whole fam. Plus, all women's jeans are 50% off, including the OG Straight. Hurry, it's Saturday only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 129, select styles only.
You know International Diamond Center is the best place to buy diamonds and fine jewelry. But did you also know IDC will buy from you? Diamonds, heirloom jewelry, estate jewelry, Swiss watches, coins.
Don't be afraid to come in and get a price on something that maybe it's an heirloom that you want to sell, or you're just checking to see the price.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire has a vast network of collectors and buyers around the world, so IDC can always find a market for your jewelry.
We always pay a very strong price to buy. There's a resale market that's there. there, and we pay top dollar for top merchandise. We have people all over the world that we sell to. So some collectors are going to pay way more than any consumer's going to pay. We'll give you the best possible price, no games played, and you'll get the check or the cash, whatever one you want.
Let IDC appraise what's in your jewelry box. You might get a pleasant surprise.
Sometimes they come in, they have no idea what's there, and then all of a sudden they walk out with a $28,000 check.
International Diamond Center. Online at shopidc.com.
Hard Rock Live presents Grammy-nominated guitarist, singer-songwriter Kenny Wayne Shepherd and special guest Ali Venable tonight at Hard Rock Live, Orlando. Tickets on sale now at hardrockliveorlando.com, Ticketmaster, or by calling 407-351-LIVE. Experience a night of all-American blues-infused rock and roll with Kenny Wayne Shepherd and Ali Venable tonight. Hard Rock Live, Orlando.
There's a New Year's wave of cash in 22, whether you're playing big or small. With just a $5 minimum, you can feel the excitement of playing Vegas-style table games at Orange City Racing and Card Club. There's big cash winners every day and 14 tables to pick your favorite game, like Open Face Pie Gown at Orange City Racing and Card Club, just off I-4, exit 111B on Saxon Boulevard, Orlando's closest poker room.
Kid Rock, Bad Reputation Tour. Saturday, June 11th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. The American Badass, Kid Rock. With Grand Funk Railroad. And a special appearance by Trey Lewis. On sale now at livenation.com. Part of the Clean Earth Systems concert series, Kid Rock.
Oh yeah, you're open for business, but in 2022, let's make it all about you. With the RSVP mailer, your card is delivered to over 100,000 Central Florida high-income homes. Top neighborhoods from Windermere, Winter Park, Lake Mary, and in 2022, RSVP visits the villages too. High earners have the money to spend. Kitchen and bathroom remodeling, flooring, restaurants, pools, windows, fence builders, tree trimmers too. Don't just get your share. Dominate the market. The next RSVP Orlando mailing hits homes February 17th. Last call to make the deadline. RSVP Orlando graphic artists design your 4-color high-gloss postcard in-house. You get top-quality leads with call tracking at less than 5 cents per home. Restaurants, blinds, gutters, carpet, roofing, closet organizers. Get the high-dollar homeowners you crave. Remember, in 2022, it's all about you. Call RSVP Orlando now, 407-636-7200. That's 407-636-7200. Click rsvporlando.com.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, and I don't know about you, but I am stoked to get outdoors again, dining at restaurants, watching live music. It's so great to have it all back, but with privilege comes responsibility. Make sure you're doing your part to help reduce the spread of COVID-19. Getting tested is easy at COVID Clinic. Go to covidclinic.org to book an appointment at no cost to the patient. COVID Clinic has locations conveniently located all throughout the state. So visit covidclinic.org to find the closest one to you. Again, that is covidclinic.org.
Checkers has had some pretty big deals in the past, but 2 big Bufords for just $7? This deal isn't just big, it's Buford-nomical. Cause with double the juicy beef patties, double the cheese, double the fixins, and double the delicious for just $7, big just isn't gonna cut it. Get 2 Buford-nomical Big Bufords for just $7. After all, you've earned it. Only at Checkers.
February 3rd. It's the biggest night of the year for podcast fans.
These are really some of the best and brightest and smartest and most compelling minds in the country.
Our 2022 iHeartRadio Podcast Awards. Make plans to join us on our Facebook, YouTube, and iHeartRadio stations across America.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial, auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch if you're into that kind of thing. At The Jim Colbert Show on Twitter.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is deposit, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away so that you can win $1,000. We'd love to have a winner today. It'd be great. We've had a dry week. And we're not even doing dry January, but dry.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Big thanks to Amy Drew Thompson for another wonderful Primetime Kitchen. Remember, you can go to JimColbertLive.com and listen to all of those as we break them out into podcasts and stuff. And, of course, you can always listen to the whole show. You were telling me something that you put up during the break?
Yeah, because in Woke News, when I heard that Travis Pastrana broke his pelvis, and he actually broke a little bit more than that, there's something also going wrong with his back. I was like, well, there's got to be video of that. And there is.
Oh, we have video of him, the parachute mishap?
Yeah, and if you look closely, you can definitely see him slam the earth very hard.
Okay, I'm watching it right now.
He's broken over 60 bones in his body.
Now, interestingly, when you watch it, you would think that you would catch him fall, and then he pulls his chute and then slam. But that's not really the case. But I don't know much about parachuting, but I know that thing has to be popped pretty quickly so that you can reduce your falling speed. And it looks like that he was just coming in hot. And man, when he hits like a sack of corn, doesn't he? Boom!
Yeah. Jim, that video is on our main site at realradio.fm. You can see it there.
All right.
Also, the Jason Momoa RV video.
Yeah, Deborah's just talking about that. She goes, "What?
Poor guy."
Yeah, and poor guy. I told her she goes $750,000, and I said just to give you an idea. Like I had a pretty nice fifth wheel, and mine cost like 31.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. I mean, just to give you an idea of what must be inside that thing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. Mine was a pop tent compared.
Yeah, well, I'd take yours over this one.
No,
I mean, this one looks, but I think it's just the name.
And then I think it's badass.
But check it out.
It is badass.
Realradio.fm if you want to see the Travis Pastrana parachute crash. It happened right here in Fort Lauderdale, man. So he calls it the Hoonigan base jump. He's kind of paired up with Ken Block and that whole crew. They do a lot of motorsport stuff. Completely insane. He just set a record for a mountain climb. What they call it's a mountain run. Basically, they take a really fast car around really small mountain roads, and it's called, there's a word for it.
Dangerous?
No, it's super dangerous. But there's a word for it, and I can't remember it right now, but it's an entire sport around this, and you try to go up the mountain as fast as possible.
Like rally?
It's a rally car they're using, but that's not the word they use. I can't remember the name of it.
Race around the mountain.
But that's exactly what he does. He just set a record doing it. You just have to have balls of steel to do that stuff because at any given moment, I mean, you could die. You're going 100 miles an hour around roads that are 15 feet wide.
I mean, back in my day, he was just on a dirt bike.
Yeah, no joke. Just a dirt bike. Jack, in Woke News, we were talking about the I-4 tolls and what can we expect because I believe the new lanes are opening up either late this month or early next month, aren't they?
Yeah, so what they say on their website, the official statement is early 2022. So early this year, so that really can be anytime over the next few weeks. We talked about the transponders available, and they take basically them all. SunPass is the main official transponder of I-4 Express. However, if you have ePass, Easy Pass, No Quick Pass, the Peach Pass from Georgia and Leeway, the North Carolina thing, they all will work. However, they don't have a pay-by-plate. So if you don't have the transponder and you use it, you will get a $25 fee on top of the toll.
And I think that's per toll, per booth. In other words, if you roll without a transponder through 3 or 4 of these areas where the toll booth areas, and you don't have, I think it's 25 per.
Yeah.
It's not like, you had a bad day on the road. Here's a bill for 25. No, here's a bill for $100.
A $25 toll violation plus the cost of tolls.
Right.
So, but the normally accepted transponders of SunPass and ePass work just fine or will work just fine on the new road. It will be varying. The amount is not a fixed amount. It depends on the congestion and how much it's used. So that, the more it's used, I guess the price will go up to make sure it always kind of stays.
Hold on.
So it moves.
Like the Uber thing? So it's almost like Uber, you get charged per So that's how Uber sets their rates. I mean, there's a basic rate, but if the congestion is high or the traffic is high or whatever, or like let's say you're trying to get a trip to the arena and there's a big concert because everybody's trying to get down there, it could cost a lot more. That's kind of wild, like like a fluctuating fee for
However,
a toll.
They're going to start with a introductory period, and it can be as low as 50 cents per trip. Now, and that's only station to station. So, but in the introductory period, if you use it for the whole length, going westbound, it might be $3. Coming back, it would be $3.50.
Right.
But that would only be during the kind of, soft opening introductory period. But it will vary based on traffic.
Well, I know Deb is a toll girl because the way she comes, she has to use tolls.
I mean, I don't have to. I could drive 441 all the way in and then be a nightmare to be around for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be an hour-long drive. It takes me 30 minutes from my door to the door here at the station, which is exactly what it used to take me from Delaney Park downtown to Maitland was 30 minutes.
And Ross, you won't really have to use it because when you come to work, it's in kind of early in the afternoon. It's like right after rush hour.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Like 1 o'clock, so it's not that big of a deal.
I'm chilling when I
Jack
drive.
just won't pay a toll.
Mainly because I drink.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, it's going to have to be pretty bad for me to get on that thing. However, you're going to see the signs. So when they have you might have started noticing them because typically, and I always like how they do that, they kind of throw an open-ended sack over them to just kind of hide them from view, but they put them up there. But when they debut these signs, you're going to see it's going to be like if you're driving on I-4 and it says to 414 Maitland Ave, there's going to be the price next to it. That's going to be your price to go to that location.
Got it.
You don't have to add them together with the ones beneath it because they'll have different locations, and then whatever that current price is to get to that exit, you're going to see what it would cost you from that point.
Yeah, I will use this every day of my life.
Have you ever driven South Florida?
It doesn't. Look, I don't care where I am. I don't care what it is. I pay for the tolls because I don't want to sit in traffic. I ain't about to waste my life for $2.
And sitting on 95 in Miami and you see those toll lanes
it's just
moving,
a nightmare.
It's worth every dime.
Well, you may say that, but I remember when they first started talking about this. I don't know if that's still the case. They're talking about the full length would cost $14.
Right.
So let's say you're a theme park worker.
Right. Oh well, that's
yeah.
But you're a theme park worker. I mean, it's obviously it's relative to your pay.
Sure.
I mean, for me, the convenience is worth the money because I just want to get to where I got to go.
Right.
Well, if I'm going to a concert or I'm going to a show at Dr. Phillips, something that's time sensitive.
Absolutely.
It would be worth it. Maybe find a cheaper place to park once you got downtown. But I try to avoid. It's so funny to say try to avoid the toll lanes on I-4 when I'm driving nothing but the 414, the 429.
Listen, there are people who won't drive toll roads. My son is one of them.
I used to be that way.
This is as true as it gets. When I tell my son, like, hey, look, we're going here, we're going there, or come over and meet me here or whatever, I have to take into consideration that he won't use toll roads. He's cheaper than Jack.
You've raised him right.
He's more frugal than Jack. My son can make $100, and that would last him until, let's say, November. But
it's January.
He just won't spend money like that, and he will avoid. So whenever we tell him, hey, look, meet us here, I have to let him know, because it's, I have to tack on 15, 20, 30 minutes to his trip because he simply won't use toll roads.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to not use toll roads.
Do you have a transponder?
Yeah.
Or do you have the little sticker, or do you have the transponder you can move from vehicle to vehicle?
I got the transponder. But the one thing that I will never understand, I'm happy that we're talking about this.
All right, you got 3 minutes.
Because I'm super pissed.
You look raging.
He does.
I'll control yourself.
Listen to my voice.
Easy, Jack.
Guys, why did they make the transponders stop beeping? When you used to go through a toll, it would go beep. And be like, oh, thank you for the audio confirmation that you paid, that I paid.
But they have that now when you drive through, and it lights green to let you know that you have paid your toll.
Well, now you have those big overhead where you don't even reduce your speed. Yeah. You're just driving and hoping that.
What you talking about? Some green light.
Yeah, well, you have a sticker. I have the sticker. So
I have the
I use the sticker
yeah,
as well.
but I remember when we first had the e-pass, it used to be on the outside of the car, but you still had to change the battery.
Yep.
And you needed to change the battery when you got the picture of your car going through a toll, said, hey, we see that you have a transponder, but you need to change the battery because it's not paying.
And we're watching.
Yeah.
I live in constant paranoia that I'm not paying my tolls because they dropped the beat.
And by the way, on the new express lanes, you don't slow down. You just
exactly.
keep going.
Yeah,
It's full speed.
I never slow down.
They're eventually planning to eliminate the need for most cash lanes on the turnpike. So, those service plazas you come through,
Just rip
West
through
Palm
'em, yeah.
Beach and
Oh,
Turkey
yeah.
Lake.
I used to
They're
call
going to put them overhead.
I used to call them the submarines.
Right.
Yeah, we tried that when we'd come to the turnpike to go see my grandfather in Fort Lauderdale. Every time we went through a toll booth, remember you used to have that card? It was almost like a punch card. It would tell you what
exit, what it costs,
and what exit. And
Jersey Turnpike.
And I remember
had
always
that.
seeing those, like, that's the submarine. That's like the 20,000 leagues. That's where we're going.
I just remember they say you lose that, you got to pay the most expensive one. It's like, oh, okay, I'll hold on.
Hang on to it. Exactly.
So the new express lanes on I-4, when open, will be for 2-axle vehicles equipped with an active transponder. Only trucks, no trucks. 3 or more axles, no good. And passenger vehicles pulling trailers, no good.
Wow.
No boats, not allowed.
Wow. So it's basically to haul ass.
Yeah.
Is it going to have a different speed limit?
There is no speed limit. It's
Yes.
like the Orlando Autobahn.
I wonder, this is a good question. How are they going to charge people in rental cars?
Well, the
'Cause
rental
that's a
cars,
big issue.
When you get a rental
it's
car,
built in now.
Oh, is it really?
It's built in now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, when we went into our rental car in Denver, you pay up front for a flat fee that they've made a deal with the Denver DOT or whatever, or the Colorado DOT. They make a deal. Now, this was just in Denver. Actually, I think it was the same way in Austin. The car, you actually rent the car with a built-in transponder, and you pay a flat fee for your tolls for the trip.
Okay. Because I know that was a big issue for Central Florida rental cars, is that people come here, rent the cars, jack up the E-Pass, SunPass tolls, and then they're back in England, and you don't get those tolls replaced.
Yeah, no beeping.
So pre-registered van pools and buses, like school buses and church groups, they're allowed to use it for free, but you have to pre-register.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bring the beat back.
I've got to get a new transponder for my new truck, and I'm not getting the sticker this time. I'm getting the one I can take back and forth, the
suction cup one.
Oh my God, that sticker! It's a pain. Now I have a sticker on my car, and I can't take it off. I can't use it. So
get a second sticker.
I don't want to get a second sticker.
I would.
It's
because,
free.
Listen,
the sticker's free.
I had
Jimmy.
both SunPass and E-Pass, and after SunPass did that computer upgrade that they had a couple of years ago, I got so many bills. And you don't get a break with SunPass. With E-Pass, if you're a usual toll user, you get a break on your toll. SunPass doesn't give you a break.
407-916-1041. Does SunPass beep?
Oh, my God.
407-916-1041. Nicole Dupre is up next. Let's find out what's happening in the world of fine arts right here in Central Florida.
Real Radio is on Instagram because why wouldn't we be? You know what? Don't answer that. At Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Good evening, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Brittany Lockley with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And brace yourselves because it's going to be downright cold this weekend. Now you're going to start to feel that temperature drop as we head into the evening hours for tonight. Those low temperatures getting down into the upper 30s. But as we head into Saturday, the high going to be in the upper 40s, feeling much chillier when you factor in that wind. And on Sunday, we're reaching below freezing temperatures. Once again, for the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brittany Lockley.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Man, had lunch with one of my favorite people in Orlando, Leon Mills, today. I absolutely adore Leon. He's a great guy. You know, when you talk to him for just an hour and a half or so, it just really reassures this guy's a good person. And when he started his business 30 years years ago. He stepped out on his own after working for somebody else and said, you know what, I can do it better than this. I can give people better service. I can be nicer to them. I can give them better prices and be more transparent. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what Mills Air has been doing for 30 years here in Central Florida, giving you great service with really awesome techs that know their stuff and are nice people. That's how they built this business. Plus, their carrier factory authorized dealers, which gets you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to the experts at Mills Air. They're family owned and operated, and they want to help you today. Call 407-277-1159 or meet them online at millsair.com.
See dealer for details. Drive new in 2022 at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Trade out of your old car today. Market conditions mean you'll get more in 2022 than ever. Find out how much at SutherlandBuysCars.com. Plus, bring your tax refund and we'll stretch it further through January 31st at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Are you 65 or older, diagnosed with heart failure, and still experiencing unresolved symptoms? Then this message may be for you. Other symptoms like carpal tunnel syndrome or gastrointestinal problems could be a sign of something more serious, like transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM for short. ATTR-CM is a rare and life-threatening disease that worsens over time, so it's important to recognize the signs and talk to your doctor. For more information, visit attrcmfacts.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Sip and save at Circle K with our new drink subscription. Enjoy one coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in-store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Overwhelmed when it comes to handling your personal finances? Credit Karma is here to help you make those big calls with more confidence. Whether you're refinancing credit card debt or paying for an upcoming expense, Credit Confidence technology automatically identifies loans that you're most likely to get approved for. Go to creditkarma.com/loan offers to find the loan for you. That's creditkarma.com/loan offers.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally. They're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For a limited time, you can get $15 off your next 3 orders for savings up to $45. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired their personal trainer as a caterer.
All right, folks, let's keep this line moving. You there with the tongs. Picking up one Duchess potato at a time will not cut it at my catering table. Drop and give me 50.
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Okay, this is what we call the wild mushroom and asparagus dip, and press. Come on, let's get those plates above your heads.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Clausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
One hit of White Claw and she's ready to go. 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Stone Cold Busted. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack.
Greetings.
And Ross as well.
Bring the beat back.
If you haven't seen the Travis Pastrana parachute crash yet, go to realradio.fm. Check that out. JimCorbettLive.com for everything else. Every single Friday around this time, we invite our good friend Nicole Dupre to drop by to Pray.today. She also works as Opera del Sol. She tells us about all the cool things happening in the world of fine arts here in Central Florida. Big round of applause for Nicole. How you guys doing?
Hey!
What's up, kiddo?
Awesome. Oh, I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
What'd you slam a taste of right before you came on the air with us? It looked very White Clawy.
No, it's a Whole Foods sparkling. I haven't got it started just yet.
Okay. Let's start this off real quick, and we'll get to what you want to do here in a sec. We saw Ain't Too Proud to Beg this week, Tuesday night, opening night, and it's only Florida appearance, I believe. Did you see it yet?
I did. I was there that night. I saw Jack and Ross, but I didn't get a chance to see you.
It's a very good way to avoid me. I appreciate that very much.
Good job.
We'll talk after the show. It's fine.
Hey, you didn't say hi to me either.
My feelings are intact. Get out of here. I'm supposed to go looking for you. What are you doing?
Well, maybe you shouldn't leave early.
How about, hey, Jack, is Jim here? Hey, Ross, is Jim here? I'd certainly like to shake his hand, give him some knuckle bumps.
That you got me. But anyway, back to the show.
Now, what'd you think? We thought it was great music. I didn't get to see the second half of it. They said that was the banger half. What'd you think?
I thought it was great. I thought it was. I still only give it maybe like a B+. I think I read so much about it. I think that there were some really great voices. Some great dancing. I think that it could have been better, in my opinion, but it was still good.
Well, the one thing I did say about it was the music was impeccable. 13-piece band behind the entire thing, Ross, at the end of the night, the reveal?
A small musical militia.
Yeah, okay, that's a good way to put it. But, I did say that, when you go there, even though this is a Broadway play, you're not really seeing a play per se. You're not going to see massive set changes, or you're not get wowed by the design or any of that stuff. The dance numbers are pretty good. They're really Temptation-esque. You're really just going there to hear the great music and hear the story of the Temptations. If you're looking for anything else, you're really not going to get it.
100%. That's a really great way to put it. I didn't think the story was really deep, but again, it's not about some crazy story. It really is about the music, and I think that they did a great job with that.
And got to tell you, finding those voices must have been difficult because Ruffin had one of those all-timer voices. So they did a good job casting that show as well, which is half the battle, I believe. But so what's happening? What else is happening out there, Nicole?
Well, this weekend, sticking with the Dr. Phillips Center, this past weekend was a really big weekend for Central Florida and for the center itself, because they considered it the end to their 2-week celebration, their opening celebration. And so I thought that's, it's been, I think the sound is getting better each show that you go to. There were a couple little hiccups the first couple shows that they had, but
I was going to say, I saw some video from the Lyle Lovett show, and the sound was simply amazing. Like, just iPhone videos of it were incredible.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to kind of see what they've got coming this weekend. This weekend they have Kansas, which is, I think, a big difference between the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra that they had running there for the last 2 weeks. So I think that that's something that your listeners might kind of, might be kind of cool, because they offer a VIP package as well.
And, it's interesting because although we hear Kansas, you remember Carry On My Wayward Son. What was some of the other hits from Kansas? I know that's the one everybody, Dust in the Wind.
Dust in the Wind,
right.
Yeah.
Do you know that when they were considered a progressive rock band? Because they're extremely musical. When you listen to it, it's very technical music. And I had a chance to see them live. And here's what I know about Kansas that they do that I love. They don't F around with the music. They play it note for note the way it is on the album, and it is perfect. It's perfect. I saw them on a stupid cruise ship, and my son looked at me and said, "Are they even playing? It sounds like a CD."
Wow.
He'd never even seen them before. Like, it is perfect. So when you go to see Kansas, if you're a fan, they are not going to blank around. You are going to get exactly what you want, which is absolute perfect playing of those songs that you remember. And I love that, actually. I'm a fan of that. I don't mind them kind of playing around with melodies occasionally or whatever, but that music specifically has to be played like that because it's pretty technical stuff and they nail it. So if you're going, you'll have a good time, I know.
That's awesome to hear, because I just keep pushing this center because it's the most state-of-the-art theater right now in the United States. You know, the sound is on par with Carnegie Hall. So, I mean, that concert's going to be like a must-see. And then next weekend, we have some people starting to come in. What happens after Christmas? You know, you usually get about a week or two a break. And then in January, you get a show so that we can get then the second round come Valentine's weekend. So there's not a lot of things that are opening, but there are some things coming, like Gladys Knight is coming to the Disney Theater next week. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And there's a big thing. It's going to be a little cold, but it is opening night finally for Dragons and Fairies at Lou Gardens. And you guys, like, this is Creative City Project. They are the people that put on Immerse Downtown. During the pandemic, they received a lot of grant money, and they are bringing it. I mean, these
animatronic, right? Yeah.
I mean, ginormous dragons, and it's an immersive show where these beautiful, talented fairies are going to take you through the entire and tell you this story. They have brought other things like Down the Rabbit Hole, and so I know this is going to be something, and it's going to be there for probably, I think, the next 5 weeks. So if it's not this cold weekend, you know, for the next couple of weeks is definitely going to be something to put on your list.
It's supposed to warm up pretty quick, so next weekend it'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
By the way, you're right. I remember that thing, that Down the Rabbit Hole thing hit, and Orlando didn't even know what to do with themselves. I mean, they saw that thing, and they talked about it for a month straight. It was crazy cool. Everybody who went to it said it was great. Brendan just told us that it broke like every sales record they had there in that place by 1 million.
Oh, I can imagine. And what a great partnership. You know, the gardens are a city park considered. And I think what a great way to get people there during what is usually considered a slow season and be able to take this thing that's in our backyard and transform it into something we've never seen. And that's what I really love about that organization. And I think that they are doing something that's really helping to create add to the creative identity as we are as Orlando. And I think that's really great.
Very cool.
And one last thing, actually, it is opening night at the Theater West End up in Sanford for Into the Woods. Now, Into the Woods is a really cool story. It was also a big blockbuster hit maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. But it's a fun story, kind of like Wicked is a different telling sort of The Wizard of Oz. Into the Woods is you take Jack and the Beanstalk and the baker, and it's a different telling of these story characters. And the baker and his wife have this curse, and they can't have a baby, and they have to go on this magical journey. But it's really funny. The music is amazing, and there are some really, really, really talented people that are in it. One of my really good friends, Megan Mueller, she is playing the baker's wife. She's been in a lot of different Opera del Sol shows and different things around town. So I think that's really going to be a great show to go and see up in Sanford. And again, we just love Sanford.
Yeah,
right?
we love it. And I have to tell you, I saw Ross last weekend do stand-up out in that room and just reminded myself, if you really want like what theater has to offer before you get to the Dr. Phillips Center or some of the big stages where it feels like a gigantic production, you're sitting far away in the crowd, you really want to know what it feels like to be into a performance, you go to the Theater West End and you are no more than 20 feet from the stage at any time. And if you're front row, you're going to be able to smell these people. I mean, it is intimate, and it's actually very cool. I actually believe it makes the performances more intense for the people who are there checking it out.
Yeah, and I love going to see music there because just like you said, you're right in their faces. And so when you can experience music that close, it makes it even better. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun to go up and see.
Well, good job. That's a good list of stuff to do this weekend.
Yeah,
wonderful,
that's
man.
fun.
Well, thanks for joining us as always. We love seeing you.
I love seeing you too, guys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
And as always, this segment is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don, where you can catch him live every single Saturday morning right here on Real Radio as he answers all of your questions having to do with the home buying process. Again, that is Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don, every single Saturday.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week for sure, okay?
You too.
You got it. All right. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Carmelo Anthony got into it a little bit last night with some Sixers fans. And it's an interesting thing that happened after the fact. When they asked him the question, he said something, and I want to kind of find out what you guys feel, how you feel about it, and what it would take for you guys. We'll do that next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
We're still looking at stop traffic from this crash north on 417 between Lee Vista Boulevard and the Curry Ford Toll Plaza. 3 lanes remain blocked here. Avoid the area. Westbound travel on I-4 heavy as well between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing heavy traffic too south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. Eastbound I-4 slow too approaching OBT. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Make this the winter of you with Audible. Listen to the best of what you love, from comedy to wellness to the latest bestsellers. Find it all at Audible, with audiobooks, exclusive originals, and popular podcasts. Start listening free when you sign up at audible.com.
Real Radio wants to provide you with the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 12 times a day.
However, this time we're going to do it a little differently.
You still listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. However, now you take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number that you will most likely not recognize when they call back the winner. Because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free, Orlando? Book your 2022 cruise today with Norwegian and enjoy 70% off the second guest on all cruises to Alaska, Europe, and more. Plus, take all free offers including free open bar, free specialty dining, free air, and much more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe. Feel free. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention Central Florida. AutoBuy, Google's #1 rated car buying company in the nation, makes it fast and easy to sell your car, truck, SUV, boat, or ATV. If it has wheels, we'll buy it. If it floats, we will buy it for the max. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Don't get misleading online offers that change when you get there. Call, click, chat, or come by to get your instant offer. It's that fast and easy, and you'll get the max. We'll pay up to $1,000 more than any written, valid CarMax offer. To get the max, visit AutoBuy. WePayTheMax.com.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth. It's another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper gig speeds. Meet Gagillionaire Terry. While his love of streaming horror movies has him constantly on the edge of his seat, his internet bill won't give him a scare.
Oh, don't go in there. I'm telling you.
Because since Terry upgraded to AT&T Fiber with hyper gig speeds, he doesn't worry about data caps or equipment fees.
Come on, man. The door's open for a reason.
And best yet, he also doesn't stress about a price increase at 12 months, because with the amazing Gagillionaire lifestyle comes an exquisite sense of tranquility. Most of the time. Live like a Gagillionaire. Get straightforward pricing with AT&T Fiber. Internet that upgrades everything. No data caps, no equipment fees, and no price increase at 12 months.
Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details. Don't miss Orlando Science Center's Science on Tap Beer Festival in Log Haven Park, January 29, 3 to 8 p.m. with 150 plus beers, live music, food, games, and science fun. Proceeds benefit Orlando Science Center. Get tickets and all info at osc.org.
Our cravings make unreasonable demands. Thankfully, you can use promo code CRAVINGS for $20 off your first $25 7-Eleven delivery 24/7. 7-Eleven, take it to 11. Ends 2/2/22 with promo code on first order for new customers. $25 minimum plus tax and fees. Limited delivery area. See 7 now app for full terms.
Interest rates as low as 1.99% with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, WORK. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. The wonderful Brazilian band Loverboy. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb's here. Jack's here. And Ross is here. Hope you had a great week. Hope you had a great Friday. It's a little gloomy out there. It's going to be cold as hell tomorrow. Drive safely on your way home and enjoy yourself tonight. Get a nice fire going in the fireplace, maybe outside by the fire pit. Pour yourself a nice glass of some of this beautiful Templeton rye we had today for Embers Only. You just tilt one back, man. It's Friday. Let it go. I'm going out tonight.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. I'll be out in Oviedo stomping around tonight if you're out there.
Oh, there you go.
Grabbing some beers, watching some live music. We ran across an artist a couple weeks ago playing in a bar, and we're like, man, this guy's voice is bananas good, like incredibly good. And we took a screenshot of his he had all of his info up there, and we found out that he's playing in Oviedo tonight. So we're stepping out to go see this guy because he's damn good at what he does.
Well, have
Cool,
date
man.
night at the Colbert House.
Supporting live music.
That's right,
Good
man.
for you.
And local bars.
And local bars.
All right, 407. We've been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
I should say it since 1985.
You're such a philanthropist.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Or an alcoholic. I don't know.
What was that? Did you just mumble Polygon?
Yeah, he
That's what I
said
said.
Polygon.
I called you a polygon.
Very good. You know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
It's
what video games are made out of.
It is. It's Polygon. It's a wonderful plastic. I was telling you guys the story about Carmelo Anthony had an incident last night with the Sixers fan. Did you guys see the story at all by any chance?
No. Did a Sixers fan call him overrated?
Oh, that's funny. No. The funny thing is that's part of the story. Let me get to it here. A pair of Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia should have been the giveaway.
I was going to say.
76ers fans were seemingly ejected from their seats near the court at Philadelphia's Wells Fargo Center during Thursday night's game after they were verbally confronted by the LA Lakers' Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony, though, is a missed opportunity from his marketing friends.
After what they said happened, he walked straight toward the stands following a stoppage in play in the fourth quarter and had some words for him. Ref intervened, and the securities and officials appeared to ask the fans to leave. He then had an exchange of words with another fan sitting courtside, and that fan was also asked to leave. And after the game, when he was asked about the incident, he goes, "Hey, man, it is what it is. Some things were said, unacceptable. I'm cool with fans heckling. I'm cool with fans talking trash, cheering for their team, booing the other team. I'm all for that. But when you cross certain lines, as a man, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to get, just as you saw." But he never said what they said. Now, there are people around the story that said they heard what the guys were yelling at him, and I'll tell you what that is in a second. And it's kind of weird because, I mean, these guys got ejected for saying this, and he got really offended for this. Now, on the surface of this, you probably think to yourself, man, they must have said something awful, something racial, cursed at him, something about his mom, something like that. That was not the case. They called him boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
They called him boy.
Were they white?
They kept calling him All-Star Boy.
Oh.
What's up, All-Star Boy?
That's racist.
What's up, boy?
Yeah.
Now, it's weird because on the surface it isn't, but it's Philadelphia. No. But on the surface it isn't, I guess, when you just say the word boy. But when you call a black man boy, I don't think it matters if you call a white guy boy, a black guy boy, a Latino guy boy. Boy is a really interesting thing to call a grown-ass man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if it's worthy of fighting over. I don't know how that plays. I know in certain cultures it is worth throwing immediate hands.
I can imagine your facial reaction, Jimmy, if Ross said, "What up?" Or
well, yeah. I mean, yeah. On the air, it's in a different context. It's some kind of weird. But if Ross referred to me as boy off the air or something, I would. It's kind of weird from us. I don't know that I would get that offended by it unless he meant it.
Well, that's it. And don't you think those guys meant it when they were heckling an NBA player?
They probably did. Yeah. It says, quote, "It's just certain things you don't bring up to any type of sporting event. Certain things you don't say to anybody. If I was outside and I bumped into you and you said those things to me, it would be a totally different story." And of course, Sixers fans are notorious Philadelphia fans are notorious in almost all sports, whether it be basketball, football, baseball.
Isn't that the place where they threw batteries at Santa Claus?
Yeah. They have a reputation of being, racist. They have a reputation of being, just awful to visiting teams and sometimes even to their own team. Of course, famously, Bill Berg lost his mind on Philadelphia fans that went completely viral, and it actually kind of boosted his career. But my question is this. I mean, outside of a curse word or something like that, is there somebody could say something to you that caused you to get so upset like that? I mean, what could somebody say to you that would cause you to legit think about fighting? that wasn't like an insult like that. I mean, you think about that. I mean, you're calling somebody boy, it's an insult, but on the surface, it sounds kind of benign.
Well, now this is from the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals third ruling that a white supervisor calling black men boy, as in boy, you better get going, is not evidence of racial animus, was issued last week. This was from 2021.
But I would say that that's context. Like, hey, do me, like if a boss says, pick that up, boy.
Now,
it sounds racist when you say it, Jimmy.
But pick that up, boy, right? But when it says, boy, you got to get out of here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Right? There's a different context there, but it's still addressing the same thing. It's just not going, hey, do that work for me, boy. Or, hey, boy, I need you to do that work for me.
Well, I don't think there's any.
That wasn't the best example.
Yeah,
No, but
that was
I don't think
close.
there's any question of the context of the heckling fans to Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I don't know that there is either. Obviously, that's how he took it. I mean, they're calling him All-Star Boy, but if you're just yelling at, "What's up, All-Star Boy?" I mean, what if I said that back in the day to John Stockton?
Well, it could have been different. Hey, what's up, All-Star Boy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, he took it to be like it was a racial slam because of the, like what Deb was just saying.
We don't know the actual cadence and tone and all that, but I do know that, I mean, the word boy from a white person to a black man has a ton of historical impact.
I would agree. So
and not just that,
So if a black guy was saying it would be different? Like if it was 3 black fans there and like, "What's up, All-Star Boy? What's up, All-Star Boy?" It would be different.
So it would be different. I think that it would be different with knowing that the history of white people and black people in this country.
Mm-hmm.
But that also doesn't mean that it still would not suck. I'll be honest with you. I am super Caucasian 32, and it is my biggest pet peeve.
Which is?
Anything about youth, boy, anything like that.
Like being called young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what I do all the time.
You do it to him all the time. And
No, I call you son.
Yeah,
son?
Stuff like that.
You don't like that?
Because it reminds me, it reminds me that the perception is not equal.
That you're not a child, you're a 32-year-old man.
That I'm kind of one of you guys, but I'm also kind of not.
Wow, I would have never in a million years guessed that, boy.
I apologize.
That it's always going to, like, it's such a stark reminder of the age. It's also, I'm not going to ever get the same amount of respect.
Oh, wow.
I
would have never, ever in a million years guessed that you were that soft. I'm joking. It's just a joke.
He is. He complains all the time about it.
Damn, I'm sorry, Ross.
That's crazy.
You look old as hell.
But the funny thing is God, this is going to sound terrible just on what you said. You do have a very boyish look, and kind of sometimes it's changed a lot since you've worked here. Kind of a youthful kind of exuberance about you that doesn't reflect being 32 years old.
How about it's just us being bitter about everything that we've lost?
So in your eyes, I have a boyish look. Amongst my closest friends, it's
not
doesn't
that at all,
exist.
right? Yeah, because I'm 30 years older than you, or 20 years
So
older.
it's always going to be somewhat of a, like I'm always going to be on the outside.
I am so
no one else is calling each other stuff like that.
You're right. I've never this is such a beautiful generational conversation. In a million years, I would have never guessed that. But you're right. I would never say that to Jack.
And
I would never call Jack boy or make a youthful kind of comment like that because Jack's older than me.
I call all 3 your buddy.
Yeah, I mean, but that's fine.
Well,
that's just because you're. Oh,
no, that's a whole different thing, and he knows it. I've already talked to Jack about this.
Hey,
what?
buddy.
Calling you buddy like that?
Yeah,
I do this. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Why is that bad?
Because he just did.
He does it to me.
Yeah, but
hey, buddy.
Yeah. But then he would just drive it in. Hey, buddy, you doing good, buddy? You're all right, buddy?
like he's talking to a child?
Just over and over again.
It. And so it's it's that youth thing.
And it's not even the word buddy that made me go, Jack,
it's
I
the tone.
need you to stop that. It's the lack of being authentic.
Yeah.
Because you're not talking to me.
Which is rare for Jack.
Like a real human.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you doing good, buddy? And I'm like,
that is crazy.
That is creepy.
Listen, by the way, you can refer to me as young all you want. I'll take it.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying
we can't.
I know I'm younger, but I don't want me being younger.
I gotcha.
To drive the lack of perception of maybe being all 4 of us.
You don't have to explain that at all. The minute you said it, I absolutely knew exactly what you were talking about. That's bananas. I'd have never guessed that. I'd have never guessed it. I mean, you being so young, and I think you'd understand.
Yeah, it's just but I also look at it and go, well, that's the reality of what this is. I'm not going to act like we are all the same age.
Yeah,
but
I know what
I'm
you're
closer
saying.
to you than these guys.
Oh, it's so
but
good.
The thing is that like
clinging, dude, clinging.
I would be all about that. Probably more than likely 1920, because definitely at 1920, I looked at it and was like, well, I mean, I just left teenagehood, but now like
Yeah, you're way beyond that.
Well, yeah, you're a homeowner, you're a career guy, you're getting married.
It's a different ball game for me.
Well, good. I'm glad you said that.
Ross. Thank you for opening up.
I love these therapy sessions. They're so good for the show.
Now, I want to dig into why.
Jack's so excited.
No. I want to dig into why that one over there has that kind of.
Well, Jack, I don't think
communication style is very.
It's called,
very passive aggressive.
It's called
interesting.
I think it's called dickitis.
No, it's. Let me get you talking about you.
Hey, buddy.
Jack, you don't have this, do you? Do you have anything like that would drive you crazy like that? That somebody could say something like that to you that would drive you crazy that isn't like an overt, like an overt insult, like
like what Ross just told us.
Yeah.
That just it drives me nuts. No.
When people are oversensitive.
And here's the thing: I've never brought it up to you. It wasn't like an absolute deal breaker. I just went about going like, "Well, this is what it is."
No, that's
he waited to the latter half of a Friday show to drop this.
Yeah, but that sucks. But the great thing though is letting us know, because at the same time we think we're complimenting you because again it's what we've left behind.
And I tried to stop calling him buddy. Sometimes it slips.
And here's the thing: you can call me buddy. It's the
I
demeanor.
don't want to call you buddy anymore.
It's that demeanor.
I don't want to call you.
How about can I try a couple?
Yeah. You're not going to be able to hit it.
You don't think so?
No. Jack,
it's a
come here, buddy. Come here, buddy.
Yeah.
That works. That works.
Yeah, no,
right?
That's actually right on the money.
Yeah. When you
pretty impressed.
I was talking to my wife about it because it's what I do. And it's like when you're talking to the dog. I'm talking to Jeter the same way I'm talking to Ross. She's like, I think that's the problem.
My wife gets on me about this all the time. My wife, oh my God almighty. All right, we got to go to break. I'll tell you about this when we get back. Well, load up the phones. I would love to hear. Do you have something like this in your life where somebody could say something to you and it sets you off? Maybe they don't even know they're doing it, and it's just something that drives you ape-s crazy to the point where you feel like you're going to, maybe say something or maybe even do something.
Like maybe kill them.
All right, back in a sec.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
We'll avoid northbound travel on 417. 3 lanes are still blocked from an earlier crash between Lee Vista Boulevard and Curry Ford Toll Plaza. We're also heavy westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Eastbound travel is also steady between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. Southbound 429 heavy between Sinclair Road and I-4. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Hey, man, with the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they wisely chose Rebath, and here's why. Stellar reputation, plus they've been in the residential bathroom remodeling business since 1991. 31 years of experience will help every single time. And those box stores, they chose Rebath because their franchises have the proper license, proper insurance, they're dependable, they have standards performance, processes to ensure that you get exactly what you pay for, and they background check their employees. So look, before you choose a remodeling company, what you want to do is do what the big box stores did. Research the company, know exactly who you're dealing with, because you have no recourse with other bathroom remodeling companies. Not to mention the guys at Rebath are good people as well. One of the reasons I've done business with Dave Denbauer and his son for so long is because they are good people. They don't want to lie to you. They don't want to cheat you. They want you to get a bathroom that's beautiful, that you're happy with, and they will do everything in their power to ensure that's the case. Plus, they'll give you incredible products, natural stone, travertine, marble, and beautiful colors, and names that you've known forever. Moen, Kohler, Birch Cabinetry, it's all right there. They do everything. The tubs, the tile, the toilets, the lighting, the cabinetry, everything is at Rebath. And their showroom will show you that. 436 up in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. Go in, look at those products, and understand, those are just models. Every bathroom from Rebath is a custom bathroom. Log on to rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters, man. There's some amazing stuff happening over there, and that can happen for you as well. Just log on today and book your appointment for your new bathroom. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Florida is 20 degrees warmer than the rest of the country. That must be why McDonald's is offering 20% off on any size or flavor of their McCafe specialty beverages, like a frappe with rich caramel flavor and a hint of coffee, iced coffee made with 100% Arabica beans, and refreshing frozen Coke from January 25th to February 13th. No matter how hot it feels outside or how tight my budget is, I can always count on McDonald's to give me a great deal, like 20% off on any size caramel frappe, iced coffee, or frozen Coke. So ignore the heat and come to McDonald's to enjoy that extra 20 degrees with 20% off on a sweet caramel frappe in the morning. Or drive through in the afternoon for an iced coffee and sweet flavors like caramel, French vanilla, or hazelnut. Or enjoy a frozen Coke in the evening, all with a refreshing deal of 20% off any size from January 25th to February 13th. Only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Limited time only. Not valid for McDelivery. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
If you're not careful, you can overpay for a dime and buy thousands of dollars.
Most people go from store to store, website to website shopping for diamonds or looking for 4 C's.
International Diamond Center's Robbie Blue says looking at the 4 C's is not enough.
There are many other criteria that affect how a diamond will look and how it will price out that very few informative sources will tell you about.
That's why at IDC you get a thorough diamond education, learn the inside secrets, and understand how to avoid a costly mistake.
A to Z, from Z back to A, to make sure you understand the investment that you're making and making sure you don't overinvest. In the jewelry industry, you don't get that everywhere. You just get, it's pretty, it's this price, I'll discount it, do you want to buy it? And they don't care if they ever see you again.
So even if you don't buy from IDC, come see us first to learn how to be a smart shopper and buy like a dealer buys. International Diamond Center. Get store hours and directions and learn more at shopidc.com.
Saturday only at Old Navy, get 50% off jeans for the whole fam. Plus, all women's jeans are 50% off, including the OG Straight. Hurry, it's Saturday only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 129, select styles only.
What is iHeartRadio? All your favorite music.
This is Steven Tyler
And Joe Perry from Aerosmith.
James from Metallica here. It's iHeartRadio.
All your favorite stations, where you live or where you used to live. And of course, virtually every podcast on the planet at your fingertips. And it's all free. If you don't already have it, download the free iHeart app today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch.
Yeah. We like it when you watch.
At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041 to call us. People are doing that now. You can also text the show always at 770-31. 5 o'clock keyword is work, W-O-R-K. Go to realradio.fm and enter that for your chance to win that $1,000. While you're there, check out that video of Travis Pastrana's parachute accident. We have that up right now as well. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here. And we're talking about this story from Carmelo Anthony. Well, actually, it's a basketball story. Carmelo Anthony was playing. He plays for the Lakers. They were playing the Sixers. Sixers fans getting a little indignant. They all get thrown out when they ask Carmelo Anthony what he said that was so bad. He didn't say anything. Reports are from other people that were at the game that the three guys were calling him boy, specifically calling him, what's up, all-star boy? What's up, all-star boy? And he got very offended by that. They bounced him. And then after the fact, he said, there are just certain things you can't say to people, and that is one of them. And I have to tell you, in just admitting this, I have a lot of very bad habits. I do. And I have a lot of bad communication habits. And this is just a long string of things that I've said to people for many, many years that have slowly but surely become unacceptable and not offensive to the point. Like I call women dear sometimes. Or especially if it's if I have a server at a restaurant or whatever, and they come up and they give me the check, and I pay the check, and she goes, have a great day, and I say, you too, dear. And, of course, I don't mean anything by it. In my Southern upbringing, it is a compliment. It is not a compliment anymore. And, some people don't take it like that. But, if you're going to run the risk of having somebody, say, well, that was very antiquated and I'm not your dear, or, that word means something else to them, you can understand. I just read the texting service and there was a couple of those. And there's a number of things. Yeah. I mean, honey, sweetheart.
Sweetie is another one.
Say stuff like that, and you're just so ingrained to say stuff like that, especially at my age, when you were saying that stuff in your 20s and Ross's age in your 30s, and it was just something you said to people. Well, I say people because I don't say that to men. Right. It's just something that you grew up saying, and it's just such a terrible habit.
And in the late 90s, as a bartender, or mid to late 90s, it was to refer to a lady as hun. What can I get, John?
Yeah. What can I get, John?
Not a problem.
Right.
But when I started here, and I was using hun towards people, and someone said, you need to stop.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's not work. I mean, all of our sales reps are, not all of them. I think most of our sales reps are women. We work for women in this building. Every GM I've ever had in this business, with the exception of a 1-year stint of time, has been female. And most of my GMs and most of my sales managers have always been female. So, you just got to do a better job. But we have tons of calls on this. This is an interesting topic. Let's get to them. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hey, Jim. How you doing today?
Good, brother.
Okay, good topic. Okay, I just want to say my piece, and then I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Okay, now, I think anybody, adult, American, white guy, knows you don't call a black person a boy, no matter what context you put it in. Okay?
Okay.
That is just wrong. No matter what city you live in, they know you don't do that. Okay, now, what if you had a black boss and he said, hey, Cracker, how you doing today? Or, hey, Cracker, good job. How would you feel about that?
Well, that's obviously, it's a different machine. Here's the thing. I got to tell you, buddy, I don't get offended by stuff like that. It's hard to offend me. I just don't really get offended. I don't. I've jaded from this business. We worked a morning show and got ragged on from every angle, played team sports, got ragged on from every angle. My mom's been called every name. I've been called every name. It doesn't really affect me like that, although I do understand exactly what you're saying. But you can't really relate the word cracker to the N word. If that's the comparison you're trying to make, it is not even close. So I got it, but I don't necessarily buy the second half of that for sure. Hey, Solomon, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm up in Connecticut now, but anyway.
What's up, babe? Hey, real quick, before we get going, if you don't follow Solomon on Facebook, my man puts up some of the best food pics.
Yeah, he does.
And I'll tell you why. Solomon has eaten at every greasy spoon from Orlando to Maine, and he can show you catfish sandwiches, ribs, pulled pork sandwiches. Bro, I tell you, I live for your Facebook feed and all this great food you get.
Well, thank you. That's my I don't know, that's my thing, I guess.
All right.
But no. Back in 2007, Fort Collins, Colorado, scale house, I had a young man. He's probably in the mid-20s, early 30s, and I got pulled in. I was overweight. He said, "Boy, you're overweight." And I blew it off. Then he went, "Boy, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do about that." He said it a third time, and I snatched him up. That's when I found out that the scale house workers are not law enforcement. So I spent 2 days in county lockup. Judge told me I'm gonna dismiss this case, but don't come back to Colorado.
Oh
and
my!
I've never been back to Colorado.
That's incredible,
but you don't do that.
That's right. Yeah.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
Now let me ask.
That'll set me off.
Let me ask you, Solomon. We were saying this earlier. Oh God, it's kind of hard to do that because I don't think it really. I mean, now I'm not even defending my own statement, but I mean, if he said if you were overweight and he said, boy, man, you're overweight by like 1,000 pounds, and it wasn't like you're overweight 1,000 pounds, boy, would that be different at all?
No, but he did it 3 times.
Oh yeah. He's trying to make a point.
Yeah, the first time was cool. It's country. I'm good with that because I'm kind of country. That's no problem. But you said the third time, no.
Yeah, he's trying something. I feel
Yeah, exactly.
Solomon, drive safe, bud. We always love you.
Yeah, exactly. He's coming back on Monday, but he's driving up through that northeast. You can be up there with all that snow.
Yeah, love that guy. He's so great. 407-916-1041. Hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Jim. How you doing?
Good, brother.
I have something to say. I was working in an office right after about 3 years after I got out of the military, after I went to school, and a guy who was significantly younger than me just called me by my last name, and he had never served in the military or anything, and I got so red-faced I had to leave.
Ooh. Just by calling you by your name?
My last name, just my last name.
No, sir, no, mister, just...
And he did it. No, sir, no, nothing. Just my last name. He didn't hold position over me or anything. We were equals that way, and it kind of drove me nuts.
Absolutely, dude. I could tell you right now, if one of Colbert's daughter's boyfriends walked into his house and said, "What up, Colbert?"
Oh yeah,
you would lose your effing mind.
I would turn that somebody straight around. I'll tell you what, you can sit out the driveway until you figure out my name, and we come in after that. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that, buddy.
Thanks, Brian. Now I'm totally with you on that.
It's weird that you're actually calling somebody by their name. That's his actual name. Like if I started calling you, "Hey, Padgett," it's different. It's not the same.
Okay, not if you're friends, but if it's just someone who's equal status and calling you out like that.
And you're military, and he's calling you by your last name, no sir.
There's a bit of familiarity when you're not when you're just going by the surname.
And if I'm looking at you, I'm going, "What up, Colbert?"
And when you call me Kolbs,
now, yeah,
see,
but Jimmy Kolbs thing makes me crazy.
So, but it's but it's the first and last.
Yeah, no, but just you calling me Jimmy makes me crazy.
But I never do that.
Yeah, you do.
It's one word.
No, it's not. You're shortening my name, trying to be Captain Hipster, and it sucks. The worst captain ever, by the way. What if you just this is a good point. What if you just started calling Jack Bradshaw? That would last a day.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that, and it's weird though. That is his last name. But coming from you saying, "Hey, Bradshaw, what time do we go to break or whatever?" That would be a weird thing. Hard to explain, but there's a certain hierarchy here. And calling him Bradshaw or me calling me Colbert would be weird. Why is that?
I don't know, because remember I thought it was weird when I found out Starsky and Hutch were their last names.
Right,
because they called each other Starsky and everyone called them Starsky and Hutch, but that was just their last names.
Like if you call Deborah just, "Hey, Roberts. Oh my God, it would be so bizarre. And then watching her cut you would be fun. Hey, Mikey, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Jim. Hey, Deb. How's everybody doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm great. So I've been working in the hospitality industry as a bartender for about 18 years, and I'd say the biggest thing, it all comes down to who's saying it and how they're saying it. Somebody could call me bro that I've known for 20 years, no problem, but the new girl that just came in off the street is like, "Hey, bro." I'm like, no. Name is Mike. You're going to call me by Mike until you know me better. But being in the hospitality industry, the number one thing that I have been corrected on, that I have said to people, without even realizing it, is when I walk up to a table and it's a group of ladies and I'll just be like, "Hey guys, how we doing today?" And they do not like that. Like I say, 85% of the time they correct me and they're like, "Oh, I see women at this table. I don't see guys."
Listen, Mikey,
what kind of
monster? What kind of monster would do that? I don't know anybody in these rooms sitting in this seat that would do that. Buddy, I'm guilty of that daily.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a certain group, that have a certain haircut, that have a lot of memes on the internet that are generally the ones that say that.
I think he's making a Karen inference there. I'll tell you one that I got so when Jim Phillips worked here forever, right? Jim was here, a bit of a mentor for me. I absolutely adored everything he ever did. I thought he was the consummate talk show host, cool, smart, hip. Even in his later years, he started getting a little bit older, still remained hip and relevant. And I remember making this mistake. I got familiar. And although I know Jim, I don't know Jim even as well as Jack knows Jim. We've gone to lunch a few times. We talk. We gossip around a little bit, but we don't have a real deep friendship where I'm calling him like every other day and discussing finances and stuff like that. But I remember being in the office one day and I walked by and I called him Jimbo.
Oh,
and he did not like that.
No, how did he let you know?
He just turned the ear. He just eared the paper down and just looked at me for a solid 11 seconds. Didn't say a word. And then eared the paper back up as if I wasn't there. And then I just moved forward. And then I never said that again. He never really. I said, Jimbo. And he tilted the thing down, gave me that look that says, that's something you don't say to me. Without saying that, then he eared the newspaper back up and then didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. I got it. I'm a quick learner, Deb.
Oh.
Okay. Bob, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, guys?
Nothing, brother. What are you doing?
I'm sitting here in traffic listening to the show, and I actually thought it was a spoof. I thought you guys were just joking around. I think part of the problem in the world today is people get offended by way too much stuff. Most of these jokingly names that you're referring to are pretty much terms of endearment. Just like you said, if you're raised in the South, you say yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You reply to people in a general term. It's done all over the world. Every language has little slang terms to refer to people. And because people take that stuff to heart and get offended by it and act like they're physically hurt by somebody calling them dude or bro or whatever. Now, if you're in a position at work and you're dealing with, your boss or a boss dealing with subordinates, there are obviously appropriate and inappropriate ways to address people. But if it's just done haphazardly, if it's a bunch of guys at a basketball game teasing one of the opponents that's on the floor, it's just almost ridiculous.
So, Bob, let me
the way the world is getting. I might hurt my feelings because you called me this.
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question, Bob. I kind of agree with you a little bit on that, but let me ask you this question. How old are you?
I'm 56.
Okay, you're 56. You're actually not much older than me. You have kids?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if one of your kids started calling you by your last name, would you like that?
That's what I said. There's a difference between a term and a position of hierarchy with respect. My kids would never do that because my kids were raised the right way. So that's probably not the best example. If a kid that I didn't know referred to me that way, I probably would ask him not to, but I wouldn't be offended by it. I wouldn't lose sleep by it. I wouldn't cry about it.
But you would.
I'd say, hey, dude, there's a way to interact with people, and you're missing out on that interaction.
Gotcha.
But to be offended because the guy calls you son,
the thing
and
is,
you're 10 years
you have to admit you're a little offended because you're asking him not to do it anymore. So obviously you don't care for it. I think that's kind of the point. I think offended. Thanks for your call, buddy. I think offended is a weird word to use because it does say that it's almost like a slur, and we know that this Philadelphia 76er thing was meant to be a slur. I don't think there's any question there.
You could say annoyed instead of offended.
But you ask somebody to stop referring to you by the name you were given. You ask somebody to stop doing that. Just because of the context of it, exactly what you said. So it does apply in some senses, and offended is a weird way to say it. I mean, Ross isn't offended per se by the stuff when when we would refer to him and it would be just about him being young or whatever.
Right.
He just doesn't care for it. He never one time got mad or blew up or yelled or any of that. He just didn't care for it. Matter of fact, this is the first time we've heard of it. We've worked with him for 3 years.
Yeah. And matter of fact, I would like to make amends and actually thank Ross.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, buddy, I want to thank you for the topic for the past 40 minutes. It was fantastic.
You're welcome, Bradshaw.
I'll tell you real quick before we go to break. By the way, load them up. We're doing trivia next. The one that I'm getting the heat about this like a lot right now, and I'm not going to change because there's nothing about it all. What do you think it is?
Man?
Brother. I've been calling people brother because I got tired of saying other stuff. And hey, brother, what's up? And when I say brother to somebody who is black, everybody automatically assumes I'm trying to kind of be cool. I'm not. I call everybody brother.
Including me.
Including you.
Yeah. I do daddy-o.
But I only do that because you're a nice guy.
Thanks.
All right, 407-916-1041.
I mean, thanks. We've come for your daughter, Chuck.
Load them up. Trivia's next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings.
Can Jimmy G and the Niners pull off the upset against the Rams? With Jimmy, it's never pretty. He doesn't give you the crazy numbers like Mahomes or Allen. He'll never be in the MVP conversation, but he wins. San Francisco 7-19 when Garoppolo doesn't start, 35-15 when he does. Jimmy's a guy's guy. Teammates love him, and that just might be enough for another Super Bowl appearance. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Download the DraftKings app and use code SPORTS to get a free shot at millions of dollars up for grabs this week with your first deposit.
Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Hey, man, it's a new year and time for a new grill. Tools Ace Hardware does carry the best brands in grills. Of course, you can always choose from the Big Green Egg Charcoal Grill. My grill, love my Big Green Egg. Take it up to 600-700 degrees for perfect searing, then right down to 200 degrees for hours as you cook the perfect brisket or pork butt. You can also do that with your Traeger grill, wood-fired pellet grills. Awesome. My buddy Daniel Dennis has one, loves his. Classic propane and charcoal grills from Weber. The Genesis series from Weber is an amazing propane grill. And don't forget to pick up all the few bottles of rubs from the Jim Colbert Show. We have our barbecue spices at all of the 11 locations. Get free assembly and delivery when you shop in-store at any of the Tools Ace Hardware 11 convenient Central Florida locations. You don't have to drive far to get your Big Green Egg. It's right here in Orlando. Tools Ace Hardware has it as we speak. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Take a trip back to Apartment 4D, home to the crew of the sitcom New Girl for 7 incredible seasons. On the Welcome to Our Show podcast, join real-life friends Zooey Deschanel, Hannah Simone, and Lamorne Morris as they rewatch their Emmy-nominated series.
At the end, when he says, you got some Schmidt on your face, I feel like I pitched that joke.
I believe that.
I feel like I did. I'm not 1,000%. I want to say that was, I tossed that one out.
Listen to Welcome to Our Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The best thing about working at Fair & Farah is all of the employees. We all work together. It's extremely enjoyable to come to work every day.
There's a common cause or goal. No matter what your job is, we're all there for the client.
We are dedicated to our clients 100%. We do everything it takes to maximize the value of their claims.
Fair & Farah is really the Farah family. When they choose us, they choose a family to fight for them and to protect them and to make sure that they're in a good place and that they have somebody on their side.
Farah & Farah, here for you, here for good. Orlando.
Tap into science fun. Craft beer connoisseurs 21 plus are invited to Hops In for an evening of brews, food, and science while supporting a good cause. Join Orlando Science Center on Saturday, January 29th to sample over 150 brews from local breweries during this all-new fundraising event outdoors in Lock Haven Park. Sip your way through interactive science demos, enjoy live music, challenge your friends to a game of cornhole or giant Jenga. Don't forget to take a break to enjoy a few of our favorite local food trucks offering some tasty treats. Get VIP tickets for early access and special benefits. Tickets and all details at osc.org.
That moment when you realize you have a serious air conditioner issue. A real stripped down to your skivvies, no one's sleeping tonight, head in the freezer fail party. But fear not, there's an expert for that. Let your local experts at All American Air Service Experts keep you cool with $50 off any repair. Want to chill? There's an expert for that. Call All American Air Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS or online at serviceexperts.com. See website for license details.
Try the new Tex-Mex takes on shrimp at Tijuana Flats. Crispy shrimp tacos with corn salsa, fajita shrimp quesadilla, and a tasty shrimp bowl with signature garlic lime sauce. Order now at TijuanaFlats.com.
This is a crime alert from James Finch, former Assistant Director of the FBI Cybercrimes Division.
Your home's title is the only document that proves you own your home. And now, cybercriminals are able to forge our names off our home's title and claim they own it. It's a nightmare crime. Watch a video of a former cyber thief who now trains police, show how it's done, and how Home Title Lock could have stopped him. Visit HomeTitleLock.com/radio. HomeTitleLock.com/radio.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance So You Only Pay for What You Need. I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction. He really does devour literature. Please leave. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When you cheer on Team USA as they go for the gold, you want to catch all the action anywhere with Xfinity Internet and mobile. You want to watch Nathan Chen land gravity-defying, mind-bending, jaw-dropping jumps at home with a reliable connection, even when everyone's online. You want to watch Jamie Anderson nail high-flying, mind-blowing 720 spinning tricks on the go with nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. You want to experience every what just happened, can't believe my eyes, wow, this is awesome moment wherever you are. You want Xfinity Internet and mobile together.
Get fast and reliable internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. So go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Offer ends 2/2022. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabit per second customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Based on root metrics by IHS Market's Root Score Reports 2H 2020 of 4 mobile networks.
We all have our favorite podcasts. We listen day and night. Now, iHeartRadio is celebrating the best in podcasting. Our 2022 iHeartRadio Podcast Awards are coming this Thursday. Join Will Ferrell, Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey, Bowen Yang, Martha Stewart, Paris Hilton, Bethany Frankel, Wilmer Valderrama, and many more as we honor the brilliant storytelling and inspiring conversations behind the podcasting explosion. So wonderful. Watch live exclusively on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel and Facebook page. And listen right here, Thursday night at 9.
This is about as good as it gets. Like and follow at Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041 is how you call our show. Text us at 77031. Very easy. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. Let's find out what Ross has in the old sauce jar.
All aboard.
Choo-choo.
I have a pair of tickets to First Responder Night over at the Amway Center. That's going down. That's Dallas Mavericks versus the Orlando Magic this Sunday, January 30th at 7 p.m. You can join the Orlando Magic on Sunday, January 30th, once again for the First Responder Night. It's going down. The Magic will celebrate and honor the brave individuals who support and protect our community. You can go ahead and see Cole Anthony, Terrence Ross, and you know what? I'm guaranteeing a Magic win.
Nice.
Wow.
And yeah, my fandom is definitely getting in the way.
Okay.
I'm not making a bet, but I am going to guarantee a Magic win. Let's go. That is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. It's a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. They can handle whatever your moves got involved, residential, commercial, doesn't matter. But if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, now that matters because that will get you a discount. So book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO Moving.com. Jim, back to you.
Thanks so much, Deb. Ross, who goes first today?
Let's welcome Evan.
Evan, right there on line 4. Evan, how are you, buddy?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Good, man. Want to play a little game with us?
Absolutely.
Let's do it then.
Want to play a game?
All right, Evan, this is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you find it, off to the sauce jar you go, and maybe to see a Magic game as they play the Dallas Mavericks, which is ironic. Are you a big NFL fan,
NBA?
Evan? NBA? What is that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy, here we go then. On this day in 1960, did I say
NFL?
You said NFL.
Well, the reason why is you'll find out here in a second.
Yeah.
On this day in 1960, the NFL awarded a franchise to the Dallas Cowboys. That's right, the Dallas Cowboys started business on this day in 1960. And they were actually an expansion team, not a franchise team. It was an expansion team. Here are 3 fun facts about the Dallas Cowboys and 1 Lone Star lie. There we go. Number 1. The Cowboys are the only team in NFL history to have 20 consecutive winning seasons. Number 2. The Cowboys actually don't play in Dallas. They play in Arlington, Texas. Number 3, the Cowboys are the most valuable sports franchise in the world. And lastly, since 1990, the Cowboys have had more players arrested than any other NFL team. Which of those is a lie?
I'll go number 1.
No, number 1 is absolutely true. The Dallas Cowboys are the only team in the NFL to ever have 20 consecutive winning seasons. And actually, it's not even close. I think the Kansas City Chiefs have the longest running streak right now at like 6 or 9 or something like that. Who goes, Ross?
Let's welcome Mason.
Hey, Mason, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. How are we doing?
Good, buddy. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They started on this day in 1960. Here we go. Number 1, the Dallas Cowboys don't really play in Dallas. They actually play in Arlington, Texas. Number 2, the Dallas Cowboys are the most valuable sports franchise in the world. And lastly, since 1990, the Cowboys have had more players arrested than any other NFL team.
I'm going to go with number 2.
Number 2 is absolutely true. The Cowboys are the most valuable sports franchise in the world. And before you start looking at that, because I know you guys are going to think they're $1 billion worth, more than $1 billion than both of the soccer teams you think they're worth. Is it Barcelona and Real Madrid? Those are the 2 big ones?
Yeah, those are 2 juggernauts.
They're worth $4.7 billion. The Cowboys' estimated value right now is $5.7 billion, a full $1 billion more than the other 2 teams that held that for quite a while.
I don't believe you.
That's okay. You can look it up. Who's next?
Let's welcome Robert.
Robert, how are you, buddy?
Good afternoon. Fine. Thank you very much. And yourself?
Very good, buddy. You got a 50-50 shot here. Wanted some tickets to go see the Magic. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Number 1, the Dallas Cowboys don't really play in Dallas. They play in Arlington, Texas. And lastly, since 1990, the Cowboys have had more players arrested than any other NFL team.
I'm going to go with the second one there.
That's the one, buddy. You're a wiener. We're going to put you on hold.
That's what they all say.
All right, very good, Robert. He gets the joke, bro. Don't find me. Yeah, the Cowboys actually do play in Arlington, Texas, and they have not had... What team do you think leads that, by the way?
Miami Hurricanes?
No, that's the NFL. What NFL team do you think has had more players arrested? It's actually the year 2000. But since 2000, how many players? What team has the most arrests? By the way, Dallas is in the lower third of that.
The autumn wind is a Raider.
Yeah.
No, it's not the Raiders.
It's not?
No.
It's
tough. Really. I have to tell you,
Kansas City.
It's even weirder than that.
Patriots.
No.
Cleveland.
Jaguars.
No. The Minnesota Vikings.
What?
Have had more arrests, and it's actually by a little bit, than any other NFL team since 2000.
Because I had to look it up. So you have the Cowboys at $5.7 billion. That's what they're valued at. Second place, New York Yankees.
Oh, yeah, the Yankees. Yeah,
5.25. New York Knicks, $5 billion. Barcelona, the first soccer team, 4.76.
Yeah, and then Real, I think,
and Real Madrid is 4.75
right,
billion.
Yeah. But if you look at that entire list, every single NFL franchise, I think, is worth more than $3 billion right now. Even the lowly Jags, I think, are higher than some of the other franchises you would think that would be worth more money. A couple other things before we get to Ross' thoughts. The Cowboys mascot is named
Starry.
TNA.
Yeah, that's funny. Rowdy. There you go.
They have a mascot?
Starting in 1990, the Cowboys started a streak of 160 straight regular and playoff sellouts. One of the reasons they're one of the most valuable franchises. The Cowboys hold the record for allowing the fewest points in a Super Bowl. For bonus points, the team and how many points? Against what team and how many points did they allow?
It was against the Steelers.
Okay.
And they're allowed 3 points.
3 points is the answer, is against the Miami Dolphins, however. And then lastly here, the Cowboys are the only team to lose the Super Bowl but have the MVP. And it was a guy named Chuck Howley, just to give you an idea of how ridiculous that is.
Had a really good game.
It's never, ever happened before. There you go. Ross, what's coming up for thoughts?
Guys, I've always wanted to say this. I've always wanted to be this. And I am now starting my journey to becoming an enophile.
A what?
I'll tell you after the break.
We'll do that.
I'm scared.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
More problems coming in heading north on 417 between Lee Vista Boulevard and Curry Ford Road. Authorities still on scene of this initial crash, taking up 3 lanes. Now there's a second accident on the shoulder, so avoid this area altogether if you can. We're seeing heavy traffic too heading west on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Eastbound slow too approaching OBT. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
It's time to celebrate Greek culture with the Tables Extraordinaire event that showcases exquisite table settings and offers Greek culinary delights. February 2nd through the 5th, stroll around Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church and view creatively designed tables and enjoy lunch, dinner, or takeout. Plus, bid on auction items and purchase artwork. Proceeds benefit Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Florida, Advent Health Transplant Institute, and Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church of Greater Orlando. Go to www.tables-extraordinaire.com for more info.
Florida is 20 degrees warmer than the rest of the country. That must be why McDonald's is offering 20% off on any size or flavor of their McCafe specialty beverages, like a frappe with rich caramel flavor and a hint of coffee. Iced coffee made with 100% Arabica beans and refreshing frozen Coke from January 25th to February 13th. No matter how hot it feels outside or how tight my budget is, I can always count on McDonald's to give me a great deal, like 20% off on any size caramel frappe, iced coffee, or frozen Coke. So ignore the heat and come to McDonald's to enjoy that extra 20 degrees with 20% off on a sweet caramel frappe in the morning. Or drive through in the afternoon for an iced coffee and sweet flavors like caramel, French vanilla, or hazelnut. Or enjoy a frozen Coke in the evening, all with a refreshing deal of 20% off any size from January 25th to February 13th. Only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Limited time only. Not valid for McDelivery. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Hey Orlando, it's Jimmy Vaughn, and after playing the blues for 50 years, I'm not gonna stop now. So I want you to join me and Samantha Fish Thursday, April 7th at the Hard Rock Live Orlando for a night you won't forget. Tickets are on sale now at hardrockliveorlando.com and Ticketmaster. Hope to see you there.
Let's talk about your mortgage. Is it possible you're paying too much? If you're not sure, it's time to make the 10-minute call to American Financing, Florida's home for home loans. Hey, it's Angel, and I like American Financing because their process starts with a free mortgage review. So there's no pressure, no obligation, no upfront or hidden fees. Just a simple conversation around ways that you can save up to $1,000 a month. That's right, a month. Maybe it's a lower rate, shorter term, or paying off high-interest debt. The salary-based mortgage consultants will look at all of the options and more, helping you decide if a refinance is right for you. If you start soon, you'll be able to skip 2 mortgage payments, creating greater upfront savings. So what are you waiting for? Pre-qualify for free by calling 407-686-1550. That's 407-686-1550. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need. I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction. He really does devour literature. Please leave. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Watching TaxSlayer calculate your refund feels like climbing to the apex of a roller coaster.
Here we go!
And flying down the tracks. At maximum refund speed. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Do you feel overwhelmed when it comes to handling your personal finances? Credit Karma is here to help you make those big calls with more confidence. Whether you're refinancing credit card debt or paying for an upcoming expense, Karma Confidence technology automatically identifies loans that you're most likely to get approval for. Head to creditkarma.com/loan offers to see your approval odds right now. Go to creditkarma.com/loan offers to find the loan for you. That's creditkarma.com/loan offers.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynn studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on
Man, I wish this guy looked different. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. You hear this voice, and all you think is Robert Plant, and you see him, and he's like a little Monchichi. Like a little bitty dude. This is weird. God, it's so good, though. I mean, that's as close as you can get to Plant.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
Should I play Kingdom Come again?
Yeah, no, don't do that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 6 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Go over to realradio.fm and enter that to win $1,000. We wish you the very best. Again, 6 o'clock keyword is WIN. Good luck. Welcome back. I'm Jim, Jack, and Deb are here. Let's get to Ross with some thoughts.
It's weird. It's funny.
Let's talk about it.
Sometimes.
Let's talk about it.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
I want to be an enophile.
I didn't even look it up. I didn't want to spoil the bit, so I did not look it up, and I was really tempted.
I don't know if you're an enophile, you're not enophobic, because that root word's like you're afraid of it. No, I'm an enophile. I'm going to
Which means you're really into it?
Yeah. I'm going to be a wine connoisseur. That's what enophile is. If you're an enophile.
I did not. I guess I should know that, but I do not. I've never heard of that term.
I'm already practicing my fake rich man laugh.
You just had to assume that's how wealthy people laugh?
Yeah, at least wine drinkers.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. My fiance, who's now making solid coin as she's a real estate agent, I've picked up on some subtle differences. A, she drinks way more wine.
Oh, very nice.
And B, she changed her laugh. She's got a different laugh now.
What would you call that, Deb? That's not lilting, is it? What kind of laugh is that? That is a...
Lilting.
Okay,
I would call it
I'm
lilting.
lilting. Oh, Jim, you got a good lilt.
Well,
That's a world-class lilt.
This cab is so inky.
I was looking up different terminology, like different words in the world of the wine community.
Yeah.
I thought, someone who drinks wine, I didn't think it was an enophile. I thought it was a wino.
Yes. Doesn't sound as classy, though.
I had to explain to him what a wino was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought winos were just like, box wine, which, by the way, don't sleep on box wine. Seriously, do sleep on it. It's in a box.
Use it for a pillow.
Use it
Am
for
I
a
right?
pillow. Maybe if I'm on a long drive on I-75, that's when I'll use it because I'm too hydrated. I want to drink wine. I want to become that person.
Man, that's a maze.
I want to smash a bottle of wine against a boat.
That's different than liking wine.
Wow.
And I believe that's champagne, isn't it?
Usually, if you're doing it right.
Well, I'm not going to do it right.
Yeah, you couldn't hit the flying wasp with wine.
I'm going to hit the Smitherton with a bottle of wine or whatever the name of my boat will be.
The Smitherton. If you don't get a boat and name it the Smitherton, you're not a human.
I want the turtlenecks. If you drink wine, you got to have a couple of good, thick, plush turtlenecks.
But it's not that it's what they're made of that makes a difference. You have to have that beautiful, like that brush wool, that really nice stuff. Some cashmere.
Cashmere.
Yes. My cashmere turtleneck makes this Chardonnay so buttery.
Recently, not gonna lie, I hugged. I shouldn't say that.
Too late.
Too late.
Keep going.
Spit it.
All right.
Lean in.
I hugged a dude recently, and he had it was the host of a comedy show. I gave him a hug, and he was wearing a turtleneck, but this guy was also bald. And I'll be honest with you, as soon as I hugged him, I let go. He winked at me, and I was like, he looks like a penis.
Next time you stop saying something and say I shouldn't say that, don't let me talk you into it.
As soon as he winked at me, I was like, whoa. Yeah, violated.
This D just winked at me.
Listen, if you're bald and you wink at somebody and you're wearing a turtleneck, you just look like a giant circumcision. That's what you look like. Just a heads up.
Fold her down. Fold her down.
I want the turtlenecks. I want the boat shoes. I want
the blazer. You gotta have the blazer.
I want the blazer. I want a full tweed blazer.
Man, I got the perfect place for you to start because it's kind of a hipster wine bar that allows you to kind of be cool and enjoy wine and not have to get into this,
Yeah.
Or is that what you want?
I mean, a little bit. I don't want to become that, but I wouldn't mind one night a week.
This Syrah is so spicy.
Where I hang out with a lot of people whose name is Charles.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Charles.
Francis.
Oh, look at you, Francis. Look at all three of us. Charles, Francis. I got the name. My name's Ross.
Francis, have you tried this South African Old Vine Zen? Oh, God, it is ethereal.
And then we take selfies.
Oh, yeah, with the wine.
Mm-hmm. We give them a rating, and then we just look like all of our dads are racist.
And the selfie has to be with your nose in the glass.
Oh, of course.
Really getting the aroma, really getting your nose in it.
And side note, on the real, my dad was incredibly racist. So I feel like I have the making of a good enophile.
Okay.
I got to work on...
do you mind if I kind of throw the break on real quick? You probably shouldn't infer that all people who enjoy wine are racist.
No, I did not.
But you kind of did.
I'm saying that if you drink a lot of wine, if you're an enophile, you probably have one parent who has some strong views that don't get shared at Thanksgiving.
I get you. I understand that.
All right? Because I remember my dad ruining a Thanksgiving.
Okay. Let me ask you real quick, and I don't want to interrupt here that much. What would you say your base level knowledge of wine is right now?
Well, last week I called it a Merlot.
Okay, so it's you're on 1.
Yeah,
on a scale of 1 to 10, you're on 1.
Yeah.
You know what it's really called?
Merlot.
No, it's Melot.
Are you kidding me?
It's a joke. No,
all right,
it's Merlot.
See,
yeah.
that's I'm still out of 1. I just said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
And the answer was, "Yeah, he was kidding me."
Yeah.
I want the wine stem. I want a sexy wine stem. I want it to be super thin, fragile.
Yeah, like you have a beautiful glass, barely. I mean, like you just yelling too hard will break it.
Yeah, I want that. I want that once in my life. Like you got to spin it, right? Don't you spin
You're
the wine?
supposed to swirl it. You want to
swirl.
Actually, you know, and you should aerate it before you put it into a glass and let it kind of breathe for a few minutes before you really get in there. But swirl a little bit, let it release its real good aroma, and then just stick your face in there and smell it.
Yeah.
Get it into your sinuses, and then drink it.
Yeah, I want it all up in my sinuses.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
God, I'm drinking wine tonight because
and then I want to swish it.
Uh-huh.
Right? Don't you swish
Well,
it?
you
You
swish and spit.
Yeah, swish and spit.
If you're a sommelier, you do that because you don't want to get hammered while you're trying to do the wine. But if you're just enjoying wine, you definitely want to wash it around your palate because that's where you really get the flavor of the berry.
So what you're saying, Jimmy, is you don't spit.
No, I don't.
I've been working on my terms.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Now when you okay.
So I looked it up. This is what the internet is telling me. Ooh, this 1958 has a beautiful bouquet on it.
Yeah,
it's got a bouquet.
Yeah, it's the smell.
Yeah.
And if you're drinking a 58 wine, buddy, you are in the world of the big dogs.
Oh, you think a 58 is nice?
Any 58s are going to be good. You're going to be spending some dough.
I like how one of the terms is just brilliant. A tasty note for wines that appear sparkling clear. Look at that. Now this is when it gets a little weird. There's a term called bung.
Bung as in B-U-N-G?
B-U-N-G.
Okay.
The plug used to seal a wine barrel.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Now, Deb.
Yeah.
Bungs also, because that's the plug. Now, what do they call where to put the plug?
Come on, man.
Oh, Lord, no.
In the wine world, bunghole is a acceptable term. This community is my group of people.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. We don't say that on the radio, buddy.
Okay, but check this out. I'm referring to the opening in a cask in which a wine can be put in or taken out. That's what it's called.
If you want to get into some 58 Merlots, we can do that. There's one out of France. It's only $3,100 a bottle.
Whoa.
What about this? There's a term, undesirable aromas and flavors in wine often associated with wet cardboard or moldy basements. Guess what that's called?
Funk?
Dank?
Cork taint.
Cork taint.
Show title.
I like how
bunghole and
cork bunghole and cork taint sounds like a new morning show.
That's my new rock band.
I like how wine has like this pinky up.
Oh yeah,
pinky down.
You got to stick a pinky in the air if you're drinking it.
Pinky up. A lot of turtlenecks. My dad owns a fleet of boats, and then they hit you with cork taint. Like they really.
That's
hit
what you should name your boat.
Yeah,
that's
the cork taint.
Name your boat.
Hyphenated.
This is a full-bodied cork taint right here.
Oh.
I'm going to become an enophile.
I like this. This is good. It's there's some what's the word I'm looking for here? There's an elegance to enjoying good wine and knowing it. Can I tell you? It really elevates your position in a conversation if you're talking about food and wine. You know a little bit about it. You don't have to know a ton.
No,
just enough to hold your own.
Well, I have accelerated, my education today. Just like in this last week, because I had a couple of sips of my fiance's wine, and I started to pretend like I understood real estate. She's dropping all these acronyms on me. I'm like, oh, that is so fantastic. Wait till Holly gets a hold of this. She looked at me and was like, who's Holly? I was like, just run with me.
I'm not sure.
Holly, I made her up. I'm lonely.
She's a deck mate on the cork tank.
So listen up, you wine people. You can't be that fancy when you got some of these terms acting like a real 8th grader killing it in the back of a math class.
Yeah, you winos.
All right, you winos. Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out.
All right.
Peace.
All right. 407-916-1041. You can text us always at 77031. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Anyway.
Coming up up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality and lowest price.
Northbound 417 slowly gaining back up to speed between Lee Vista Boulevard and Curry Ford Toll Plaza. This crash is on the right shoulder. We're still seeing heavy traffic, though, eastbound on I-4 between Universal Boulevard and Jonghyun Parkway. A solid ride 2 westbound between Osceola Parkway and Osceola Polk Line Road. The turnpike slow heading northbound near Mineola. See traffic problems, call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast, now with a free drink with any breakfast sandwich purchase. Get a better breakfast at Wendy's. Buy any breakfast sandwich and get any size drink in a Wendy's cup free. Hot coffee, Diet Coke, or vanilla frosted-chino? Yes, free. Get your free drink when you buy a Wendy's breakfast sandwich today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
FAS Windows and Doors has what you need when it comes to windows and doors in your home, and even better, these guys are breaking down some prices like crazy. $55 per window, $95 per door rebates going on right now. You know, I was talking to the guys, and they said, hey, look, let everybody know that, you know, as inflation increases, prices of materials are going to go up as well, maybe even labor. You want to make sure you lock in at FAS Windows and Doors. Make your order now. They'll lock this price in so it can't go anywhere, and they're all about helping you get your house in the best position to keep it nice and cool, keep it nice and warm, keep it safer with that impact glass. They can do all of these things, and they have the biggest showroom in all of Central Florida. Over 59 windows ready to be looked at, different styles, different shapes, different mechanisms, and the door, that front door, is the smile of your home. Make sure it looks as good as it can possibly look with a door from FAS Windows and Doors. Hop on board today and book your appointment at faswd.com.
A bounce check can be expensive. Why risk it when an AmScot cash advance could cost a lot less? Up to $500 on the spot with no credit check, and it won't hurt your credit rating. AmScot. Some restrictions apply.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
When you cheer on Team USA as they go for the gold, you want to catch all the action anywhere with Xfinity Internet and mobile. You want to watch Nathan Chen land gravity-defying, mind-bending, jaw-dropping jumps at home with a reliable connection, even when everyone's online. You want to watch Jamie Anderson nail high-flying, mind-blowing 720 spinning tricks on the go with nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. You want to experience every what just happened, can't believe my eyes, wow, this is awesome moment wherever you are. You want Xfinity Internet and mobile together.
Get fast and reliable internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. So go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Offer ends 2/2022. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabit per second customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Based on root metrics by IHS Market's Root Score Reports 2H 2020 of 4 mobile networks.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Dunkin' is here to help you get cracking. Feel unbeatable with delicious new omelet bites. Available in bacon and cheddar or egg white and veggie. Both made with cage-free eggs and packed with protein. So you can take on the day with Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, and unfortunately, COVID cases and new variants are on the rise yet again. So if you're experiencing symptoms, If you've recently traveled or you're planning on traveling, get a no-cost-of-patient COVID test at covidclinic.org. They have locations throughout the state with rapid result testing also available. Just visit covidclinic.org and find a location near you. It is super easy. It is fast. That's covidclinic.org.
When life-changing events happen, it helps to have an attorney on your side. At those moments, Kramer Law is here to help take the burden off your shoulders. If you've been injured in an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, Kramer Law is here to take care of you every step of the way. We charge you nothing unless we recover money for you. No matter what the legal issue, we're here to go to bat for you. Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
What is iHeartRadio? All your favorite music.
This is Steven Tyler.
And Joe Perry from Aerosmith.
James from Metallica here. It's iHeartRadio. All your favorite stations, where you live or where you used to live. And of course, virtually every podcast on the planet at your fingertips. And it's all free. If you don't already have it, download the free iHeart app today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio.
Saturday only at Old Navy, get 50% off jeans for the whole fam. Plus, all women's jeans are 50% off, including the OG Straight. Hurry, it's Saturday only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 129, select styles only.
Order your Hummer EV at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, 6 o'clock keyword is win. W-I-N. Real Radio, realradio.fm. Just slide over there and enter that for your chance to get that $1,000.
Slide.
Nice to get that last winner in this last hour of the week.
We need a win.
All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is right there.
Yeah, I am.
And, of course, Ross is here as well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Big plans this weekend, guys? Y'all do anything cool?
Staying inside.
Yeah. Same here. I got a vet appointment for the dog tomorrow. Outside of that, I told my wife, let's pile up and do nothing and stay inside. It's cold. 50 degrees is too much. Florida, you might as well be snowed in.
We're going to be out, covering plants. And
Oh, yeah. Same here. Got to cover the big staghorn.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to lose
You
that.
know what? I got to find out. You may know this, by the way. We have some cypress, not cypress.
Cypress knees?
No, they're it's an ornamental tree, but it's tall, but it's not that big around. And and we were wondering if
Cordycorpus?
Yeah, I don't know. We were wondering if we have to cover those up because we didn't know if they were,
Tomorrow night's the night.
Tomorrow night's the night, yeah.
To cover stuff.
Really through Monday morning.
I'm just going to leave it on the, because you got to get it off there because it's going to be like 80 degrees Thursday.
But Thursday we'll be back up in the 80s,
right.
yeah.
I take a Darwinian approach. If it survives, it survives. Then it's strong.
Right. Very good. That can be an expensive approach, Jack. Be careful.
And it's also a Rocky 3 approach.
Yeah, but yeah. You strong like bull.
I will break you. Terrible Russian.
And that was Rocky 4.
Today is National Fun at Work Day.
Well, we've certainly covered that.
We hit that every day, though.
National Fun. Well, not every day. I mean, look, the show is mostly fun to do, but sometimes it's, you want to get through the show. Maybe the news is slow or you're just not feeling 100% or somebody on the program.
Yeah, like 9/11. That wasn't the mostly fun day.
I mean, there's a bunch
every
of
other day.
I mean, the show where we learned Beth passed, that wasn't my whole. I mean, fun is all relative. You don't want to talk about that stuff. I mean, some topics you think are necessary to talk about. I mean, they're not a lot of fun to talk about.
But we don't go 4 hours without having fun.
No, there's no way that happens.
Except 9/11.
I don't know if I like how you just said that, Jim. There was a tinge.
Hey, buddy. Don't call him out on that stuff.
Are you saying there's a tinge of sarcasm there?
There was a tinge.
Okay.
It wasn't full blown, which makes me second guess everything you've ever said.
Now, Ross, you've
Look at that. We're having fun.
You've only had fun jobs. I mean, but here's let me explain what I mean by the show. Like, you've had nights where you've done stand up where it wasn't like a ton of fun, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's exactly what I mean. You're doing stand-up. It seems like you should be having a blast. You're telling jokes. People pay to come see you tell jokes. But if it doesn't go exactly the way you want it, sometimes it isn't a lot of fun. There are some crowds you have to kind of fight through, right?
You know, I'll be honest with you. I maybe this is just recently, but I was just talking to another stand-up comedian about this very thing because I was telling them is that the best laughter I have ever caused that fulfilled my soul more than anything was filming a short film for a film festival and watching it with a sold-out movie theater and hearing people laugh.
Yeah.
And that was the first time where I was actually able to enjoy laughter I helped create.
Yeah, because other than that, you're the one on stage. And I think one of the common misconceptions, I learned this while playing in the Monster Band for years. We had a band, God, for people, it's so crazy, it's been on 20 years. But we would go around the state and play these shows. Some of them were goof songs. Some of them there's a lot of parody songs, some of it. But, a lot of them were original tunes, and they were just kind of funny. And I remember after that came to an end, talk to people who have been fans of shows for a while. And I would tell them, when you're on stage, it looks like everybody else is having way more fun than you. Because you're looking out on the stage, you're partying and everything. You're just trying to remember the chords and get it right. And make sure that what you're doing is entertaining. It is fun, there's no question, but it's considerably more nerve-wracking than people probably want to give it credit for being.
Yeah, the best way I can describe stand-up comedy is drowning.
Okay.
Or I should say struggling to swim, and at any point you can't. It's just survival.
Yeah.
If you can hold an audience for 45 minutes, sometimes you do drown. You're like, okay, I'm bombing. Everything I'm saying right now is not working. But when I got to do that film festival, I got to sit back. And I was super nervous because if the movie is bombing, then I can't walk in and try to save it.
Yeah.
But it was the first and kind of the only laughs I've ever been able to truly enjoy because stand-up comedy, you're still, like you said, you're just working.
You're in it.
I'm focused about the next thing that's supposed to make them laugh.
Well, I have fun like most of the time. Most of my career, you come in here, you have a good time for sure. My print shop wasn't very much fun. I mean, we had fun days, but the grind of owning a small business rarely is. Yeah. I think most people would say it's rarely fun per se. It can be very rewarding. There's no question when you make a good deal or land a good client and then turn it out for that client. That's a good feeling. I don't know how fun it is.
Right. Yeah.
And then Deb, I know that. All those years you did news. I know you enjoy doing that job because even here when you do our news segment, even though we're not really a journalistically based show, you take it very, very seriously. But I know that in some senses, just not a good time.
It's not. It's not. News just isn't fun.
Not
generally
really built for that.
It's hard to because think of all the stories that I read, and there's times when I read stories that especially when I was doing more. Yeah,
it can be more than the actual work you do, and it can be the environment. Like you can have that job of that type of reporting, but it can be the ensemble of the news team and dealing with Larry every day where you have fun at work. So
that made it fun.
Your job can be fun and you can enjoy your work, but the work itself doesn't have to be fun. I think we're in a blessed position because our work by nature, if we're successful, it is fun. And then we benefit from being able to do that.
But in the same sense, I agree with you 1,000% because we respect each other and we actually enjoy each other's company and time, So that is one of those things where you can look at it and say, before the show, like we went downstairs today, myself, Ross, and Deb, and we had some of this whiskey. And
so I was the only one you didn't invite.
No, you don't
get
drink
invited.
whiskey and you don't smoke cigars.
You did get invited.
And you're
you
lame.
were invited. You decided that you were just going to go.
Who invited me? Jim didn't invite me.
Ross and I invited you.
Listen, I gave him some heat. This is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Oh man, this is the second one.
All right. Boy, he's full of them today.
Man, we're really learning about Ross's pet peeves.
Hey, buddy, what's wrong?
Make Sun Pass have a beep. Let me hear the audio confirmation of that. The transaction
that's
is
three things. That's three things.
Yeah, we're at 3.
Pet peeve.
Today's been a lot of fun. But I do not like when someone who's like a little bit on the edge of like, I wasn't invited. Either ask them or just have the 99% of the time, just go down, just go out, have fun. They did invite you. It was assumed that you were invited.
You're part of the team. You're always invited.
Boom.
Yeah, but you don't drink whiskey or enjoy cigars.
I
mean,
like
you could just
I
sit
like
there.
whiskey.
Oh, we'll come drink some
And
whiskey.
he's probably just doing his whole 3D chess thing.
Yeah, I know he's
of,
doing.
of going
I've
like,
met him. I've met him. I know.
I don't know if I have.
Oh, yeah. You will one day. Oh, the guy you meet is you're gonna hate that.
It's like, oh,
Son of a
great,
bitch.
great. The program director invited himself to our whiskey and cigar party before work.
What? I just read this text, and that comment hit at the same time. Which is, what percentage of people who listen to the show you think have fun at work? And that's a weird thing to even say, but I do agree with you. I mean,
kind of late for a Twitter poll.
I know.
Save that one for Monday.
But you could sell insurance. I'm with Jack 1,000%.
Yeah.
You could sell insurance, which sounds like one of the worst jobs you could ever have on the surface. But if your office is full of cool people, it can be fun.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at, Deborah? God damn.
Text at 77031. Thanks to Ross. As a bald man with an eye that is light sensitive and I constantly squint, I will never wear a turtleneck.
And you also can't sneeze.
Or spit in public. I run a pet cremation small business. Not the funnest, but very rewarding. It's like a Jesselyn joke. I mean, I think, I will tell you, so somebody mentioned Jeff Howell, the very talented guitar player that's been part of the Monster Show for quite a while.
Mama's Blue Cheese.
Yeah, Mama's Blue Cheese, you're right. When you talk to Jeff, I remember asking Jeff, I said, hey, man, show me how to play this. He goes, I don't pick my guitar up if I'm not working.
Wow.
He just, it is a job to him. So when you see him on stage and he's singing,
right.
I mean, he's probably having a pretty good time. There's no question. He's just one of the most gifted guitar players you could ever in your life see.
Right.
And I'm not joking. It's sick how good he is.
He puts on a great show.
But, and he does put on a great show.
He puts on a great show.
But I wonder how he would respond if you asked him if it was still fun after doing it for 45 years or 40 years.
Right.
As he toured you got to remember, he came from a
humble background?
An affluent family
in
Louisiana. And has brothers and sisters that are extremely smart. Jeff is brilliant, one of the smartest guys I've met in a long time. But he kind of went on his own path. He kind of a black sheep it out there. And, I think he probably still enjoys it a little bit. But, I mean, it's a job, But up there on stage, you're watching him play, and he's killing it. And it's probably not fun every time.
I'm sure not.
I think the stereotypical jobs you think are probably fun, after a while, much with anything, probably gets a little cumbersome after a while. I mean, even if it looks from the outside in that it looks like a blast, I bet there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of fun at jobs we don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Construction workers out there having a great time.
Morticians.
It's almost like a paradox because I'm a huge believer. One of my commandments of entertainment is that if you're not having fun, other people are not going to have fun. The audience wants you to have fun.
They really do.
And the trick is how can you consistently, even on a bad day, walk up on a stage or even this microphone and have fun. So then fun almost becomes literal work.
Yeah. But it's the nature of the job. So, it just kind of works like that. But I mean, for me, I will tell you, I think the weird thing about teachers, you look at teachers, especially in a specific school, you look at that job from the outside and you're like, wow, who in the hell would ever want to do with that? Who would want to, deal with other people's children and all that? But then you look at the kind of weird, fraternity that teachers have internally. And you visit Facebook pages. I have a bunch of people I went to high school with that are teachers now. And you go to their Facebook pages and you see what they're doing. Every other weekend, these people are getting together and having a blast. They've got mutual respect for each other and they really do have a blast at work, even though the actual job itself isn't exactly like one of those things. You're like, wee! Glitter falls every time I go to work.
Which is why I think we had so much fun in the newsroom, because it balanced out what the job was.
Mm-hmm.
So the information wasn't fun, but the crew we hung out with was.
So it's different whether you have a fun job or do you have fun at work.
Yeah, I think, I would think that's the case, yeah, because, you would have to consider both things that, what you said. The job itself almost doesn't even matter. It's the people that are there. Some of the jobs, I guess, would be fun, but the people really bring the life to it.
If off the air, the fact that we have to deal with Larry, that kind of takes a lot of the fun away from our job.
It does.
So, it's a balancing act, right?
I wish people knew him and how bad of a person he was.
Oh, horrible. Horrible. Riding his bike home yesterday with a box of donuts.
Do you know what that son of a bitch did?
Glasses off.
Glasses off.
Let me get this off my chest.
Apparently, that's what we're doing today.
Larry, in the newsroom, whom we love. He's the greatest.
He is a sweetheart.
But when we talk about him being a food coon,
oh boy,
you have never. Jack bought a gallon-sized jug of peanut M&Ms. It is gone. Nobody on this show has had peanut M&Ms in 2 weeks. Larry, with his coon hands, he comes in here and crane dips his hand in like one of those, like an arcade crane.
A claw machine.
And stop snorting. And cranes out $3 worth of M&Ms every day. Here's the best part of this story. True story. I'll ask you guys so that everybody knows I'm not lying. Do they or do they not sell peanut M&Ms exactly 15 feet from his desk?
Yeah. Actually, no.
15 feet from that guy's desk, they sell peanut M&Ms. What does he do? Crane game hours.
All right.
Here,
it might be 18.
I'm not done. Oh. Cake, any food that comes in this building, it will be down on this end of the hallway for a grand total of 11 seconds before Larry coons it out. He's down here. What's going on, guys? What are y'all doing? What you got there? Right? Yesterday, we had somebody bring in a cake, and it was delicious. It was like soaked in this amaretto syrup, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Also, Krispy Kreme was nice enough to bring in boxes of donuts. Deborah said, hey, you know what? FRN, which is the news area, has donuts as well, because I told her about the cake. I said, when we find out about food, we let everybody else know. Hey, matter of fact, just a few minutes ago, did I not do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, there's treats in the break room. Go get yourself a cake.
And I went out there and I yelled at Larry knew about it. I'm like, why didn't you tell anybody?
Right. And he didn't say, do you know that Larry took that box of Krispy Kremes that was brought for everybody and stuck it in his little recording room so nobody else could get to him? He didn't offer us a donut.
My God.
Nothing. He stored it away like a crazy squirrel.
Well, he also made me and Jack laugh because he looked at us and went, I'm going to have to ride my bike with this Krispy Kreme donut box, and it's going to get wild.
Today, Jack, I think, was on his way to the bathroom, and oh no, Larry had to tell him the 5-minute story about, complete with, mimicry of trying to ride his bike home with the box of Krispy Kreme donuts that he worried were going to fall out onto the ground, and then, quote, this is a direct quote, I would have been really depressed.
Oh, thanks. Really?
Yeah,
you mean like
that's exactly what he said.
Like we were when we found out there were no Krispy Kremes for us? That kind of upset or a different upset? Somebody just texted in and said, I'm a hairstylist, love what I do. People don't understand how much knowledge you need from chemistry to geometry to cut hair. It's not like we just play with hair all day long.
Let me tell you what, man, that's why I still go to the same stylist after 25 years, because he actually tested my mom's hair before putting a straightener in it. If he hadn't tested those few strands, he would have burned all of her hair off.
Yeah.
So chemistry is a huge, huge part of getting, especially when you're getting your hair colored.
Let me tell you, this other one right here says, guy, and this is a perfect way to end this segment. I mean, because this really is kind of what guy says, I spray lawns for a living, right? I spray lawns for a lawn company. I love it. No one's watching me all day. I make my own schedule, not cooped up in an office, and I see results. That's kind of exactly what I'm talking about. Like a job where you just have that kind of, what's the word? Not anonymity, that autonomy where you're
self-sufficiency.
You're the only one in the machine. There's something about that. Like I had dreams one day, this is crazy, about driving a farming combine just as far as the eye can see. Nobody effing with me, no nothing. Me in a tractor with AC and nothing else.
And then you wake up because you're sleeping at work, and I'm like, hey!
Hey, buddy.
I wake up and there's Deborah's purple hair.
Right.
All right.
And Larry's like, you got any food?
All right.
Where's the M&M?
You got any Krispy Kremes in that cabin? All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. Let's do last call and get out of here for the weekend, guys. We'll do that next.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Brittany Lockley with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and it's going to be downright chilly this weekend, so brace yourselves as we head into this weekend. You're going to see those low temperatures drop tonight into the 30s, and those highs for tomorrow only getting into the upper 40s. But of course, when you factor in the wind, going to feel much chillier, so it's time to dust off those coats, especially headed into Sunday morning. Now, those low temperatures are going to get down into the 30s, below freezing. Once again, for the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brittany Lockley.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast, now with a free drink with any breakfast sandwich purchase. Get a better breakfast at Wendy's. Buy any breakfast sandwich and get any size drink in a Wendy's cup free. Hot coffee, Diet Coke, or vanilla frosted-chino? Yes, free. Get your free drink when you buy a Wendy's breakfast sandwich today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Kid Rock. Bad Reputation Tour. Saturday, June 11th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. The American Badass, Kid Rock. With Grand Funk Railroad. And a special appearance by Trey Lewis. On sale now at LiveNation.com. Part of the Clean Earth Systems concert series. Kid Rock.
Happy New Year from the family over at Tools Ace Hardware. You know, the new year is a great time to make over your home with fresh paint and new color from our premium paint brand, Benjamin Moore. At Tools Ace Hardware, you can choose from thousands of the best colors from Benjamin Moore paints, including the new 2022 color of the year, October Mist. They have tons of knowledgeable paint specialists to help you get everything you need for your paint project. Visit one of their 11 convenient Central Florida locations or shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery to your home. Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
This is a crime alert from James Finch, former Assistant Director of the FBI's Cyber Crimes Division.
Your home's title is the only document that proves you own your home. And now, cyber criminals are able to forge our names off our home's title and claim they own it. It's a nightmare crime. Watch a video of a former cyber thief who now trains police, show how it's done, and how Home Title Lock could have stopped him. Visit HomeTitleLock.com/radio. HomeTitleLock.com/radio.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
If you suffer from erectile dysfunction, or ED, we know what your New Year's resolution is. Peak Performance for Men knows that 90% of ED cases are caused by old, broken-down blood vessels. Medication may offer a temporary cure for the symptom, but Peak Performance for Men uses focused linear compression therapy to treat the cause. Focused linear compression therapy is a scientifically proven, non-invasive treatment that uses pulsed energy waves to open and repair aging blood vessels, increasing blood flow and stimulating stem cell growth, which in turn improves sexual performance. There's no drugs, pumps, needles, surgery, or pain, so there's no side effects or downtime. Over 80% of men who receive the treatment have long-term improvement in male performance, which means Peak Performance for Men can make that New Year's resolution come true. Let the experts help you today. They're offering a free consultation and ultrasound, so why wait? Call 407-464-8181 or visit peakperformanceformen.com.
Checkers has had some pretty big deals in the past, but 2 big Bufords for just $7? This deal isn't just big. It's Buford-nomical! Cause with double the juicy beef patties, double the cheese, double the fixins, and double the delicious for just $7, big just isn't gonna cut it. Get 2 Buford-nomical Big Bufords for just $7. After all, you've earned it. Only at Checkers.
Sip and save at Circle K with our new drink subscription. Enjoy 1 coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in-store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
Embark on a deep dive into the case of the infamous Green River Killer on the Shadow Girls podcast. Join Carolyn Osorio as she re-examines the 20-year investigation of the brutal slayings of 49 young women, uncovering never-before-heard audio and a long-buried secret.
Imagine you're this young girl and you're on the street. A guy come up, you jump in, you drive off, you disappear into the night.
Listen to the Shadow Girls on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Fair and Farrah, no matter if you're working on a case worth $5,000 or a case worth $5 million, you give that case the attention it deserves. Because to the client, that's their big case. Farrah and Farrah, here for you, here for good.
Ahoy there, shrimp lovers. Try 3 new shrimply delicious dishes at Tijuana Flats. Crispy shrimp and corn tacos, fajita shrimp quesadilla, and garlic lime shrimp bowl. Order now at TijuanaFlats.com.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Clausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com.
Dangling the proverbial carrot since 1993. Whatever the hell that means. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Oh, is he like 11 here?
Maybe younger.
I had no chance in the real life.
No.
No chance.
My sister had a Jackson 5 album when I was 5 years old. Because I remember saying, oh, my name is Jack and I'm 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Four 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We do have one line open for last call if you want to grab that. Again, it's 407-916-1041 for last call. One of those lines still open for you, waiting for you right now. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Let me see how old he was at that time. I think he was 64. He probably was like 9 or 10 years old, I think, when he made this record. Maybe a little bit longer.
I was always curious how big were the Jackson 5? Were they like number 1? Were they top 5? Because obviously they have like, you know, the handful of bangers that still get playtime all the time.
Michael Jackson was 11 years old when that song was released, so more than likely recorded it at 10. Yeah, 10 or 11 years old. 11 years old, national television, head of a band with all of your older brothers, and of course your maniacal father. Guy had no chance of a normal life at all. 407-916-1041. They were big. Jackson 5 were a little bit before me. So I never was a giant Jackson 5 fan. Michael Jackson. I mean, he made some good records. But I don't know. I don't. Were they bigger than the Temptations? That's kind of a weird thing. I think maybe not.
Because they were also on Motown.
Yeah. And I think we actually talked about that yesterday.
Yeah. They were kind of like that novelty, like Donnie and Marie Osmond. It was like that era of the singing family or the Partridge Family where you thought, oh, isn't that cute? The family that sings together. Only to find out that more often than not, there's some maniacal, parental figure around there who's...
Oh, Joe Jackson was a monster.
Yeah, beyond a stage parent, just beyond that.
Absolute monster. Marvin Gaye, as far as Motown goes, biggest acts: Marvin Gaye, Supremes, Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, Jackson 5, Temptations.
Wow.
Smokey Robinson, The Miracles, Commodores, Gladys Knight, and then Michael Jackson as a singular artist.
What was your favorite Michael Jackson tune?
Wow. Probably, I don't know, probably PYT.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. He's got a lot of good songs. I mean, I like him as an artist. I thought he was a talented guy. Probably didn't get enough credit for the songwriting that he did because I think he had a big hand in a lot of that stuff. And a talented guy for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
PYT.
All right, we're loaded up for last call, 407-916-1041. Don't know why I'm doing that because we're all done.
Well, real quick, I did want to let folks know that, SpaceX had scrubbed tonight's launch. It has been reset for tomorrow evening at 6:11 p.m., But I have a feeling those gusty, sustained winds tomorrow are probably going to cause another issue. And speaking of the gusty weather, if you have any travel plans this weekend, or if you're expecting family coming in from out of town or friends, be aware that with this bomb cyclone they're expecting on the East Coast, 2,800 flights have already been canceled. That number is expected to increase, many of them at hubs on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's probably going to go up exponentially as the weekend gets closer, and it starts dumping just ass loads of snow onto these airports all throughout the East Coast.
I mean, they're saying it's going to be Boston's biggest snow ever.
Wow, really? So
ever.
Boston, New York, a couple big airports
Maine.
up there. Yeah, Maine.
Just a few.
Who do we have to thank today, Deb?
We want to thank Corona Cigar Company.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that Corona cigar, if you're looking for it, it is actually a package. It's the Templeton Single Barrel FSG Tasting Package. $180 gets you a bottle of that incredible rye we had a little bit earlier today, plus 3 FSG Farm Rolls, one of the new Nicaraguan 25th Anniversary FSGs. That includes the Maduro, the Shade, and the Sun-Grown Wrappers. FSG by Drew Estate, Ellie Toro, and, of course, that Zikar table lighter from these guys as well. All that for $179.95. Just tell them you heard it here on the Jim Colbert Show, and they'll tune into you.
And that's a great Valentine's Day gift, ladies, if you're worried about it. Also want to thank Amy Drew Thompson with the Orlando Sentinel.
Yeah, that's right.
And Nicole Dupre.
Absolutely. By the way, if you want to follow Amy Drew, just go to JimColbertLive.com. All the connections are there to find her on Facebook, to find her on Instagram, and, of course, at the Orlando Sentinel, so you can read everything she writes. She is really one of the most powerful voices for the culinary scene here in Central Florida and can really lead you towards some great flavors in the city.
Jim, Twitter poll update. It's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. We didn't have a question today, so we just wanted to revisit the highlight one from earlier in the week. Which one of us would be the hardest to live with? I came in at 6%, which was the bottom end. Then Deb at 9%, Ross with 32%. But the most hardest to live with by our listeners was Jim at 53%. A lot of votes for that. A lot of votes. A lot of votes.
There we go.
Hey, the funny thing is, I don't want to tell Jack that I actually take pride in that, because then it'll take the joy away from it.
Exactly.
From him. This is the only part of the journey he really likes.
Well, that's the most genuine, fun smile he's had all day.
This is the most engaged he's been all day.
I have fun at work every day.
All day. Get out of here.
He just reads that Twitter poll every break.
I do. That's all Ross and I talk about.
Update. Refresh. Stand up or anything else, buddy?
No, the only stand up that I would love to talk about is that I'll be opening up for Gilbert Godfrey on the 28th of February. That's a really cool show.
Very cool. So,
it's great for you, youngster.
And by the way, I know you're booking shows for other venues. And if people want to find out where those are and who's doing those venues, where would you go for that?
Just follow me on social media. That's Ross Paget. Of course, the Ross is spelled like sauce.
Yeah, I know you're working with theater there in Sanford to get some good shows for them. So follow Ross to make sure you can do that and support those guys. And a lot of the great comics that Ross knows come through there. Some funny people in Orlando, so check him out for sure. He's doing that all year. So make sure you pay attention and follow him. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Let's go to her first. Party Mom, last call.
So what does Popeye do when he has an erection?
I do not know.
He soaks it in olive oil.
Oh, gosh.
Smoke weed every day.
All right, very nice. All right. Conroy Kirkman, last call.
Hey, over here in Buffalo, we just love Jim's meat sauces and rubs. I put it in my bathtub. I call it the tub and rub.
The tub and rub.
All right, very good. Thanks. Mike, last call.
Mike Larson here. Got to start every last call with the following thing. Hey, Jim, you know what reference really hurts my feelings?
What's that?
When Bradshaw tells me I lost last call again, and then he calls me Daddy-O.
You lost again, Daddy-O.
Oh, sorry, Mike Larson.
David, last call.
I am one Julio. What came from my bunghole?
So dated.
But cool.
Take us home, Gretel, last call.
Hey guys, Gretel here, the transvestite swallowtail kite. Guess how I got my name? And I don't mean Gretel.
I need TV for my bunghole.
Terrible. All right, let's get out of here, man. Let's see. That's it. Just visit the website, JimColbertLive.com. Check out all the cool stuff we have there. And check out Travis Pastrana's parachute accident video, realradio.fm. All right, let's get out of here. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning after us. Tom Dan with the Corporate Time, Bungalower in the Bus, and What the Hell is Angel listening to all weekend long. Real Music Weekends, including the lineup on Sunday. Joseph Martin's with Sunday Morning Coming Down, and Sunday Night Vinyl with Eric Dennison. We'll see you Monday at 3 o'clock for more